And so are we. 1, 2, 3. Celebrating the release of EA Sports College Football 25. We're live at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. Plus, Aztecs head coach Sean Lewis is in the building.
Do special things and create some of those memories, for the Aztecs as we continue to move forward.
Along with some of the players from this year's squad.
Red 80, reset.
Now, live from Novo Brazil for the return of EA Sports College Football 25, it's Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? Hour one, Jon and Jim from Novo Brazil, Mission Valley. We're here for the next 3 hours. It is the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event with San Diego State football and Aztec link and also Novo Brazil Brewing. We're here for the next 3 hours. We are giving away, by the way, you can just swing by, okay? So this event is from 4 to 7:30. You can swing by. We're on the air until 6 p.m. And at 5:30, Jim, we have a card here. What would you call this, a card?
Well, it's not like
what would you call that?
I would not
an
call
envelope.
I wouldn't call it anything other than a card.
Okay, so we have a card, and inside this card, I'm not going to share it on YouTube, if even YouTube's working. But inside this card is a code for EA Sports College Football 25. If you come down here today, you have your chance to win EA Sports College Football 25. We will announce a winner coming up at 5:30. Raffle going on right now. This is going to be a fun next few hours. Sean Lewis will swing by. We'll talk to some Aztec players. We've done a lot of remotes over the years, Jim, but we've never done something like this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. This is my first time being here at Novo in Mission Valley. And it is a fantastic place.
It really is.
To come and eat some good food. These TVs, there's everywhere TVs, and the drinks are great. Food's great. The outdoor area that they have, it can't get any better than this. And they're setting up the PS5s right now on the big screens. We have perfect access, Jon.
We really do,
to watch the new EA Sports College Football game
Look at this.
on the television.
Yeah.
The PS5s are getting set up as we speak. This place, I have a feeling, will be packed here in about an hour.
So if you want to swing by, it's a free event. Gameplay is going to start in the 4 o'clock hour. Novo Brazil Mission Valley is open right now. If you get here now, you can enter to win a copy of EA Sports College Football 25. So it's going to be really good to be out here. Brendan Hill, who runs NIL at San Diego State, is going to swing by in a few minutes. Now, we haven't seen the game as of yet, Jim, but we are right now on these massive video boards. Now, we talked about maybe playing each other.
Dude, you'd lose.
That's the problem.
I know.
You think you would, but you don't play video games.
Yeah, but I have played.
But you have a clue. Yeah. Look
Here's
at
the
this
thing. You haven't played a video game since 1995. You told me.
Correct.
So that would be a problem. The EA Sports College Football 2014.
And I'm terrible with technology, and you are younger than me, and
I know.
probably better.
Yeah. So
look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be here for the next 3 hours. Brendan Hill's going to swing by in a couple of minutes. Hopefully you can join us because we're talking San Diego State football, fall practice about to get underway. And we'll have a lot of really good guests for you. Again, Sean Lewis will be here in the 5 o'clock hour. He'll join us once again here on Jon and Jim. We expect a couple of veterans returning to San Diego State's roster to join us in the 4 o'clock hour. Keenan Kristen, who, by the way, in this game we learned, Keenan Kristen, who's a really fleet of foot running back. He's a 98 speed in the game. Pretty good, right? It goes up to 99.
You can only go up to 99, Jon.
So Keenan Kristen's going to swing by at some point in the 4 o'clock hour. Makai Shaw, sure-handed receiver, will join us in the 4 o'clock hour. Brendan Hill, against San Diego State's NIL coordinator, will join us coming up in just a few minutes. So our eyes on this event here at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. Of course, we're covering the Padres as well, who are back underway tomorrow in Cleveland.
Are they going to play right now?
I think they're going to play the game right now.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yes. Maybe at a break we can play.
We don't have like much time during breaks, Jon.
Perfect.
5
and
minutes.
I won't lose. Yeah.
We can do like one play.
One drive.
One drive?
If I get to stop, you buy me lunch. If you score on me, you buy me lunch.
No.
Okay. Why? You think you're going to beat me?
No. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But it's going to be fun. This place is going to be packed. Yeah, I can't wait.
We're like enamored by this.
We are.
Yeah.
Prizes. We have a raffle.
Are you going to be able to concentrate?
No.
I know. If
not.
I can't, you won't be able
to. No shot. Because we are directly in front of it's San Diego State versus San Diego State. Perfect.
I like it. I like this.
I like this game. I like this matchup. I'm taking San Diego State. Who are you taking?
I agree. I think the Aztecs are going to win.
I think they are going to too. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, giveaways that they have. You have your chance if you come down here this afternoon to play Sean Lewis in EA Sports College Football 25. You have a chance to win giveaways from JLab. You've got free posters while supplies last. You have photo and autograph opportunities. There's a $5 raffle as well, where you can enter to win a game or tickets to an Aztecs football game in 2024 with proceeds benefiting Aztec Link. So it's going to be a really fun next 3 hours. Brendan Hill, San Diego State's NIL coordinator, is going to join us momentarily as we talk more about it. Now, you mentioned in the update briefly, while we have a second, that Padres play tomorrow, right?
That's correct.
Cleveland. I thought the takeaway today was that the word on the street is from Kevin Acee that the progress for Fernando Tatis Jr. is encouraging.
Everything's great, John.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've heard that before, but this is from Kevin Acee earlier today on Fernando Tatis Jr., that the Padres have seen the progression they want to see. He had an MRI this week. The progress is what they had hoped for. He can continue to incrementally increase his baseball activity. He's already begun playing catch and swinging a bat.
I am so distracted right
I know
now.
you are, dude. I know you are.
I am sorry. I am so distracted because we got San Diego State against San Diego State on the big screen here. And, I mean, come on. The gameplay looks amazing. Snapdragon Stadium looks awesome.
Dude.
You got A.J. Duffy at quarterback. So, Sean Lewis, as he said, whoever the game gives him
is who he's going to start.
Is who he's going to start.
So it's A.J. Duffy.
There we go. Breaking news, everybody. A.J. Duffy is the Aztec starting quarterback
in EA Sports College
Football. Yes, EA Sports College Football. Yeah,
in EA Sports College Football.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Brendan's making his way in. We'll talk more about this event. And, again, we'll talk more throughout the course of the show about the Padres getting back in action, that critical 9-game road trip that will begin tomorrow in Cleveland. Kevin Acee, by the way, our Padres insider, will join us tomorrow from Cleveland on Jon and Jim in the 3 o'clock hour. So let's get Brendan in here.
All right. Hey, Brendan, here you go.
Come on in.
There
All
we
right.
go.
All right, this is super cool. They're getting set up because this event doesn't officially get underway until 4 p.m. But ago talking about this event, San Diego State's NIL coordinator back with us, Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Again, for our listeners, you can make your way down Novo, Brazil, Mission Valley for this official launch event. Chances to win prizes, play EA Sports College Football 25 as well. Brendan, first of all, great to see you. Thanks for having us. And how cool is this thing going to be this afternoon?
It's going to be amazing. I appreciate you guys being here, and glad we were able to make it happen. It's going to be a great turnout. We got over 250 people RSVP'd.
Wow.
And Novo is such a great venue, indoor, outdoor, family-friendly, easy access off the 8, Mission Valley, all that good stuff. So get down here. If you're listening, we look forward to seeing you. And we have some special announcements later, so make sure you get here.
So what are some prizes that people could win? Because I know we have a bunch of prizes set up at the front table over there when you walk in.
Yeah, so we have tickets to the New Mexico game, courtesy of the football staff. So a fan will have the opportunity to get sideline access, pregame, parking, 2 tickets, along with the Aztec Fest shirt. We also have a J-Lab prize pack. They launched a new product, the Nightfall wireless gaming headset, I believe today or tomorrow. So some lucky fans will win that. The biggest prize of them all is probably the opportunity to play coach 1v1.
Yeah.
So lucky fan is going to get the opportunity to play coach 1v1 in front of the whole crowd. And a lot of pressure for Coach Lewis, but I'm sure he can do it.
Do we know anything about it? Brendan Hill's with us. We're at Novo, Brazil, Mission Valley. Make your way down. Chances to win prizes. And, again, EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. Is Sean Lewis good at video games? Do we have an answer on that? I know his son is a gamer, and now he's played before. Obviously, he's talked about that in like recruiting visits before.
Yeah, for me, it's like riding a bike. So I'm hoping and I'm banking that he is good, right?
Right.
And I made a joke that even if he doesn't do well, he can always say he let the person win.
Exactly.
So,
right.
Either way, it's a win-win scenario.
So for events like this, how important is it for NIL for San Diego State to have these type of events here in San Diego?
It's extremely important. We haven't had a sellout at Snapdragon yet, and I've been here for a full calendar heading into my second season. I want to sell out. I want to see our stadium rocking, packed out, and our student athletes deserve it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to play in front of a raucous home arena and home crowd. It's such a beautiful stadium, so why not pack it out? There's so much to do and entertainment and all that good stuff. So it's extremely important to just let the fans and supporters know how much we appreciate them. And this is an event where we aren't asking for anything, right? Like there's no barrier to entry. There's no ticket cost and all that good stuff. It's like, just get down here, bring the family, enjoy yourself, interact, get to know the staff and the student athletes, and maybe that'll encourage you to buy a package to a game or something, So really it's just a touch point for our fan base to let them know how much we appreciate them and how much we need them.
We're at Novo, Brazil, Mission Valley with Brendan Hill, San Diego State's NIL coordinator. So let's talk a little bit of name, image, and likeness. It's so prevalent and such a big talking point, obviously, across college athletics. Yeah. I know Aztec Link is involved here this afternoon as well. What do you want our listeners to know about the current state heading towards this 2024 football season and how things are setting up for San Diego State?
Yeah, I think it's funny. Sometimes people feel like they can only support something when it's successful, but sometimes when it's not successful is when you need them the most, right? That's how we're going to get there. It's the chicken or the egg argument. But I think ultimately, coach is coming into a lot of times people call it year zero, right? Because he's inheriting a roster, he's building a roster, he has to implement his scheme and his system and coaching staff. There's a lot of change. So what I really want people to know is we need to, regardless of how this season goes, we need to gear up and get ready for the portal potentially and recruiting for year one, right? So that means we need to raise some money in NIL and for our collective for Aztec Link, and be ready when the portal opens come December-ish. We can retain our best players and we can try and, support those student athletes who will consider San Diego State.
So if you're coming down here, Novo Brazil in Mission Valley, the event starts at 4 p.m.
Yep.
We already have the game on in front of right now being played. Two games, right? Yeah, it's San Diego State versus San Diego State. I think San Diego State's going to win.
And for the record, you can play with any team. You don't have to
Okay. I like that. So John said he wanted to play.
No, that's so soft because you know what's going to happen, Brendan? By saying that, Jim's going to be like, "Oh, I'll be Georgia." And I'm like, no.
He takes it on the extreme.
It's an extreme. Yeah.
He's like, "I'll be San Diego State."
I'll be San Francisco 49ers.
I'll be Michigan. It's fine.
Well, I'm playing with the Hokies, right?
Okay.
I'm a Hokie, so we're going to play with Kyron Jones and those guys, and thankfully we're far enough, from San Diego State where it's not a rivalry.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think you should go get Georgia.
I won't. So all right, so we have two in front of us.
Yep.
How many systems are set up, and how does this whole thing work if you want to come down here potentially play on the game?
We have ultimately we will probably have up to 5 gaming stations, and the people who get here early are probably going to get to play the longest, right? The longer that list goes for people to get in line, we're going to try and speed it up and get people through. But there will be a student athlete at every station, and fans will just basically rotate through. There may be some prizes if you can beat a student athlete. And ultimately, we want to give everybody a chance to go up against the student athletes in the game and see how they match up and vice versa. Our student athletes think that they're the best at it, so we'll see what they can do. The games hasn't been out long enough for anybody to be an expert yet.
Well,
it's been 10 years.
Sure. Yeah, but at the same time, you had over 700,000 people playing the early release on Monday.
I did see that, yeah.
Online, and you've had, I would say, well over 1 million people have played this game since the early release on Monday. So I don't think you're giving people enough credit. There are probably some experts out there that have already gone
they haven't gone
years deep in dynasty mode. For sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's exciting. I mean, ultimately, what I've said about this is there's going to be a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old, 8-year-old who gets this game and becomes a fan of San Diego State because they live in San Diego or the Southern California area, right? They like the brand, and they're going to grow up one day, and maybe we can recruit them, right? So I think a lot of people don't even realize how important this is to early stage recruiting and building the brand for San Diego State. So really excited that the game is back out. Shout out to EA Sports for making it happen. And I had a moment the other day on social media where it kind of sunk in that, like, wow, our student athletes get to see themselves, play themselves, and make money for being in the game. I mean, that's
awesome.
That's NIL 101 right there. That's what it's all about, regardless of collectives and all that good stuff. This is what NIL is all about.
No doubt. Brendan, we're looking forward to the next few hours here on San Diego Sports 760 over at Novo Brazil, Mission Valley. Again, make sure to get here. The event officially begins at 4 p.m. Your chance to win prizes, including a copy of EA Sports College Football 25 right here on Jon and Jim San Diego Sports 760.
I'm going to put this over here.
Why? I'm getting some
you got some
water on it.
Yeah. I'm going to put that right there and keep it very
that is a verified code and verified copy.
Don't lose that.
I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not taking it for myself.
Yeah,
because I don't have a PS5 to begin with. That's also a big problem of mine. I need to
That's
buy
a lot
one.
of people's problem.
Yeah, it is.
Mine too.
And this game, I guarantee you, has gotten a lot of people to buy the new PS5 or at
No
least
doubt.
the PS5 to get the
Yeah,
new game.
no
So,
doubt.
I'll keep it safe. Don't worry.
Brandon, we appreciate you,
Thank you,
man. We'll
guys.
catch up with you
Yeah,
guys
thanks,
over the
man.
course of the next couple hours. And
Absolutely.
for our listeners, make sure to get down to Novo Brazil Mission Valley here this afternoon. Brendan Hill, San Diego State's recruiting coordinator. This is the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. And again, we're going to be here until 6 p.m. here today. And there's a lot to get to. Like we said, Sean Lewis will join the show. Also coming up on the show, Keenan Kristen, San Diego State tailback, Aztec wide receiver Makai Shaw will join us as well. We'll have some other special guests as well between now and 6 p.m. Now, you had the food earlier today. How was the food?
I love the food here. I had a cheeseburger, French fries, delicious. But they have multiple things. They have fish tacos. They have bowls. They have onion rings. They have mozzarella. I mean, they have so much good food here. So if you come down, I hope you have an appetite and I hope you're hungry because this place will be packed. Get some food, get some kombucha, get some beer, get some drinks, play the game, watch the game. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a crazy day because we have, again, this event going on at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. We have other giveaways for you. I think there'll be some announcements coming up over the next couple hours as well. And it's Jim's first time here. So we're enjoying it. Beautiful day in San Diego here at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. We'll take our first time out. What we'll do on the other side is continue to discuss what we said briefly earlier. Fernando Tatis Jr., could he actually be back sooner rather than later? The latest from the ace man, Kevin Acee. We're at Novo Brazil Mission Valley until 6 p.m. Hope you can join us. Stay with us on Jon and Jim.
now.
This update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Padres, they return back tomorrow night as they'll take on the Cleveland Guardians to start the second half in their 9-game road trip. Matt Waldron will start for the Padres. NBA news of the day, Russell Westbrook got traded today from the Clippers to the Jazz. The Jazz will buy out Russell Westbrook, and he's going to sign with the Denver Nuggets, according to Woj. The British Open is underway. Daniel Brown leads the tournament right now at 6 under par. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Celebrating the release of EA Sports College Football 25.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Alabama!
Live from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley, we continue the party with Jon and Jim.
All right, Jon and Jim back with you. The EA Sports launch event for College Football 25, Novo Brazil Brewing, Mission Valley. We do apologize if we had some radio issues during portions of that first segment. I do believe, based on some of the social media we're seeing, and also from Brent back in the studio, Brent can confirm if I'm right, I do believe we have those resolved right now.
We are back,
so
baby. We are back.
So we're going to reset everything. Now, some of you may have heard what we said because you might have been watching or listening in another way, but we are at Novo Brazil Brewing for this San Diego State EA Sports College Football 25 launch event that officially, Jim, gets underway at 4 p.m. Sean Lewis will join us later today. We just had San Diego State's recruiting coordinator, Brendan Hill, with us. If you missed it because the radio had some issues for a few minutes, we'll play it back for you later this hour. We'll be joined by some San Diego State student athletes. We also have the video game to give away.
We do.
Now, you have to. How can you win the game? You got to be here to win the game.
You got to be here. It's a raffle, and we're going to be announcing the winner here at 5:30. The raffle is right when you walk in the door. Our promo team is here, so they're going to take care of all that. And you have to be here to win, though. When you do win, then you get the promo code for the game. You got to fill out some forms and stuff. But guess what? You win the game if you're here. And the raffle, by the way, San Diego State is up 27-0 against San Diego State, John, in the third quarter. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think for the team wearing –
they're up 34-0.
I mean, the team wearing white uniforms should feel pretty good about it. The team wearing black uniforms not as good right now. But, yeah, they're going to have the video game on. Like, there's 4 or 5 different, like, PlayStations or game stations where you can play.
There's 1, 2,
on the PS5. I think I said 5.
I think 5. So you got 2 in here. You got 2 around the corner, so 4 total inside. And I believe there's 1 outside as well.
It's really cool. And they've got giveaways, and they have prizes, and they have posters and chances to win tickets to Aztec football games. And again, swing by, say hello. We're here until 6. The event actually goes until 7:30. If you've never been to Novo Brazil Mission Valley, now we talked about this 20 minutes ago, but I think a number of you missed it. This is Jim's first time here. I've had the pleasure of being here at least 4 or 5 times. It's an unbelievable spot, centrally located in San Diego. It can seat, I don't even know, hundreds of people.
Well, as Brennan said, there's already 250 people that have RSVP'd.
So hundreds of people, and they got not just indoor seating, but outdoor seating. The bars are spectacular. I mean, there's like dozens of TVs that wrap the bar. They've got these widescreen televisions and video screens, and it's going to be a really cool afternoon. So hopefully you can make your way down at some point between now and 6 p.m. and say hello when you're here as well. We got Jon and Jim stickers. We have San Diego Sports 760 stickers as well. So make sure to swing by. We have everything you need. Jim's been eating food. I need to get a kombucha.
I told you should get something.
I need a kombucha.
You might need a kombucha.
I need a kombucha.
I know you need a kombucha.
After the start of today's show, I think I need a kombucha.
I know.
Where's our kombucha guy? That's you, right, Jim?
Maybe.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
The other story that we've been following is that Kevin Acee is reporting on the health of Fernando Tatis Jr. This is what he tweeted out this morning. This is a huge story. I mean, maybe the biggest piece for the Padres in the second half. Yeah, there's Darvish. Yeah, there's Musgrove. This guy has finished top 3 in MVP twice. Yeah. So Fernando Tatis Jr. had an MRI this week that showed the progress in healing the Padres had hoped for. This is from Kevin. He'll join us tomorrow, by the way, in the 3 o'clock hour from Cleveland. He can not Tatis, Kevin.
Tatis will not join us.
Imagine that. We can ask, but
I'm doing better.
He can continue to incrementally increase his baseball activity. He has already begun playing catch and swinging a bat. Do you want to put an over-under now on Tatis? Should we just throw a date out?
Sure. August 10th.
That's pretty soon.
Like
3 weeks.
Yeah. That's a pretty decent timetable here.
That would be incredibly encouraging if they had him back August 10th.
Because all we were hearing was closer to September, right? Something along the lines
absolutely.
of probably wishful thinking for him to return anytime close to the beginning of August. But if he's doing activities already, that's a good sign. Swinging a bat, that's a good sign. I just hope that, again, I hope he does not return potentially too soon. And I hope that whatever injury, the stress reaction that he's dealing with, it's got to be close to fully healthy here and close to fully healed, or else we just know Tatis's body. Do you have much faith if he's not fully ready to go that he can make it through the rest of the season, or what?
I mean, he's always a cross your fingers. He's a cross your fingers player. It's who he is. Now, last year after the suspension, he was healthy. This year, until the stress fracture, he was able to somehow stay on the field, and it's almost more impressive when you consider that he had some type of bone injury. I mean, to the point where it was, close to being a fracture or a break, and that's why they shut him down. No, I'm not overly confident that they could keep him healthy in the long term, but I mean, that's like any player. No. I thought Joe Musgrove was very durable, and then he hasn't been the last 2 years. I think Yu Darvish, by and large, in his career has been durable, hasn't been as he's aged right now with the Padres. All I'm concerned about is this. It's the second half of 2024 with Tatis, right? Mm-hmm. Because 2025 and beyond, whatever. If they do get him back, to your point, August 10th, and he can contribute for the final 45 games of the regular season, and he can be the player he was, which wasn't the best player in baseball, but was a good player, a productive all-star caliber player, that's a huge win. This is a team that over the 7 games coming into the break wasn't hitting. Mm-hmm. And not having Fernando Tatis Jr. in their lineup is this huge, gaping, wide Grand Canyon of a hole. If they can somehow get him healthy, that's a huge feather in their cap to make the postseason potentially.
As I'm sure they will, say about it is, hey, it's like a trade deadline acquisition. Whenever he returns,
they will definitely say that.
I mean, It kind of is, but the offense, take away the last week here at home, has done really well without Fernando Tatis Jr. It just has. Besides the massive black hole in right field that is the Bryce Johnson and David Peraltas of the world. But even with that, the offense has still done pretty decently up until the last week of the first half. And you hope that come tomorrow night in Cleveland, they don't take what they had going for the last week of the first half and bring it into the second half on this 9-game road trip. Because it's just so important. I mean, this 9-game road trip is just, Dennis talked about it today in his article.
Yep.
I don't think people are truly understanding just how important this upcoming next 11 games are for the Padres.
And I said, I didn't want to say it. I said, listen, they're buying in less. But he said the same thing. They're buying in less. I mean, if the wheels did fall off, this is a daunting trip. If they were to be swept in this series out of the break, if they were 1-5 in their first 6 games or 1-6 over 7 games, and nobody wants to see it, but if you're AJ Preller or the organization, you should forecast all things. 6-1 out of the break or 1-6 out of the break. He said if they do not win, then you could see them sell off parts. So that's critical. It's all going to be based potentially on what they do over the next 7 games or between now and when they get home to take on the LA Dodgers. They just cannot afford to play the way they did the week before the All-Star game. Like that week, and we had yesterday Mike Farron on, and he said that was a squandered week, wasted opportunity. They can't have another week like that, Jim. If they do, they're asking for major issues, and they're putting their general manager in a position where how much buying are you really going to do if you have like a 2-11 stretch?
It could be something like last year when it was like a fake buy, right, with the Rich Hill and G-Man Choi and Garrett Cooper. That, in the end, was just do something type of thing. It wasn't really – it didn't make any difference or any impact on this team at all. I mean, I think every single player that the Padres traded for last year was like a net negative as far as production went. So you can do that route again, but you're not fooling anybody. Like, hey, you can go trade for some random players, but you got to get someone in here that's going to have an impact. And – I think regardless of if what they do, John, I know Dennis said like there could be change here if they had a horrible stretch, but I don't think that I just don't think they're going to have a horrible stretch. And
neither do I.
Two, I don't think that there's any chance of them selling at the deadline. I just really don't, especially with the position that they're in. and the position that the National League is in, I would be utterly shocked.
I'd be shocked, but
Yeah.
also you can't chase down. Like, if they truly put their GM in a spot where they were 2-12 over a 14-game stretch going into the deadline, they're 1-6 right now, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If they go 1-6 over their next 7 games, just theoretically, and they're 2-12, and now they're 4 or 5 games under 500, is that the time to really bolster? By the way, another thing in Dennis's article is that Ethan Salas is untouchable.
Okay,
is what Dennis is running, but Leo DeVries, they would need a quote-unquote star level player with a relatively low salary to move 17-year-old shortstop prospect Leo DeVries. I don't think that's happening either. And I do think they're going to add and bolster. But again, you don't want to test A.J. Preller and the organization by getting off to a terrible start. You don't want to go to Cleveland and lose the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing you want to do, because then all of a sudden that question gets to like the top of mind that they're 1-9 over a 10-game stretch. Are we really adding to this team?
And I thought that the 12-3 stretch they had kind of was like, okay, cool. We are not going to have to worry about any questions. It's definitive what they will do at the deadline. The team and the front office can now shift and be like, okay, we are on this path, and there's nothing that's going to change it. Well, they're trying their hardest to make it maybe difficult, or at least kind of difficult for the front office for their decisions going forward here. I am okay with them saying Ethan Salas is untouchable. Okay, we kind of knew that. Leo DeVries, on the other hand, if you're telling me, hey, you have to get a star player for him, like we talked about a couple of days ago, is there a star player out there that's under control for not a lot of money? I mean, if you want to say Garrett Crochet, who is an all-star this year and is one of the best pitchers in baseball, controllable, cheap, all-star pitcher that they need, okay, that's I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so many questions, dude. So many questions. Like, hey, do we really want Preller to be making moves with these top prospects when we don't even know how long he'll be with the organization potentially if this team doesn't make the postseason?
I think there's so many questions that this is where it leads me. It leads me down the path of making additions based on need that aren't like top of the rotation additions. So I think they're going to add a mid-tier starter. I think they could add a high leverage reliever, and depending on the health of Tatis, maybe they have to look at adding an outfielder. I do not think they sell off. I'd be surprised, but don't challenge them, so to speak, by playing terribly to start the second half. Like, don't test A.J. Preller. And then I'd also be shocked if either Ethan Salas or Leo DeVries was moved, because there's not many players that you would move them for, is what we're discussing. Even Garrett Crochet is not a perfect matchup for 2024. That's what everyone's saying. He could be moved to a bullpen here in the second half of 2024 because of an innings limit. You're going to go move Leo DeVries or Ethan Salas and put a guy in a bullpen after doing something like that? To me, it's just not overly realistic. So because of that, I think the most realistic path is everything we've been talking about. Go get a number 3 starter, go get a 7th inning guy, and potentially add to your bench or some offensive piece that can benefit you over the final 50 or 60 games of the year.
You know what's going to happen, though, if in this next 11 games, John, they do really play well? And
What's that?
Say they go 7-4.
What's that?
It's going to make Preller even more anxious to, like, go big. Don't you think?
That's a great question. I mean, 7-4, you're 5 games over 500. You're in playoff position. Do you rock the boat? Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the better they play, the more willing he should be to do something to really help his team now. I think the worse they play, look at last year, the less likely he is to go out and try to get someone like Garrett Crochet if they don't play well. Why would you do that?
Because the, I guess, messaging from this team at the deadline, whenever Preller speaks after it, will probably be, well, we have the pieces here. We just need them to perform, right?
No doubt.
Like, that's what they're going to say if they don't go out and make a big-time trade. They're like, oh, well, we have Joe Musgrove coming back. We have this. We have that. We have Toddy coming back, this and that. All right. Well, when those guys were with the team, they're still a 500 team. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just a lot of questions. I can't wait to see how it pans out and plays out, because this thing could go so many different directions. It's not as definitive maybe as we think, but seeing that Ethan Salas is untouchable at least gives us and tells all of us and all the teams like maybe what they're thinking about how they go into this trade deadline. Because if you're not trading Ethan Salas and you're tempted to trade Leo DeVries, but you also don't want to trade Leo DeVries, you don't have much else in your system that could net you a real potentially top impact guy maybe.
It's a fair point. We'll talk more about it over the course of the afternoon. We're at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. If you missed our conversation with Brendan Hill, San Diego State's NIL coordinator, we'll play it back for you coming up in just moments on the other side of a break. We had some technical issues off the top of the show, but we are underway, and here until 6 p.m. there's a free event with prizes, opportunity to play the EA Sports College Football 25 video game, opportunity to win Aztec tickets, and a whole lot more. Before we step aside here, Jim, real quickly.
Yes.
We were talking about the Padres schedule coming out of the break. Just looking at San Diego State, because we're here with football players, right? And they're playing like as the Aztecs, so we're looking at some of these opponents. You know, speaking of challenging schedules, and I have the schedule in front of me, like this really is, from especially the Group of Five perspective, I think it's an opportunity and a lot of opportunities, but there are some real challenging pieces or parts of the schedule. I mean, listen to San Diego State's schedule. Texas A&M Commerce at home, all right, FCS opponent you need to beat. Oregon State at home, followed by Cal on the road, followed by Central Michigan on the road. You also go to Wyoming. You have Washington State at home. You go to Boise. You go to UNLV, a team that was very good a year ago.
Who we're watching on TV right now for the game.
Right. You go to Utah State. That's never easy in Logan. They just had a coaching change. We'll see. And then Air Force has been really, really good in the Mountain West. Like, this to me is one of the more daunting San Diego State schedules I've seen. We've covered this team on San Diego Sports 760 with iHeart for 8 years. This is right up there in terms of challenging San Diego State schedules.
And not only is it challenging from just who they're playing, but it's also challenging from the sense, like, this is a pretty new team, John. Like, and when I mean pretty new, it's basically almost all new. New coaching staff, new head coach, a lot of new players. So from that aspect, like, that's also a tough part about their year and their schedule. It's not only who they're playing, but also having to get all these new guys in here and, just getting everybody on the same page and making sure that, you get guys in there that haven't been with the Aztecs and they know the system and a brand new system. Like, it's going to be difficult. What I'm trying to say.
We'll see. Again, they'll get underway in late August, August 31st against Texas A&M Commerce. You need to get yourself down to Novo Brazil Brewing, Mission Valley. Great spot, free parking. EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. Your chance to win prizes. We're broadcasting until 6 p.m. Your chance to play the video game against San Diego State's student athletes, even against Sean Lewis, San Diego State's head coach. The event is until 7:30. It's free. Make your way here. Also, we're giving away a video game. We're going to raffle that off at 5:30. You can enter to win right here from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. If you missed our conversation with Brendan Hill, San Diego State's recruiting coordinator, we'll have that for you on the other side. Plus, Sean Lewis will join us and much, much more. Stay with us on Jon and Jim.
Get in the herd.
You're not going to put Caitlin Clark, your Taylor Swift, on the team. You made a big mistake the first time, not putting her on the Olympic team. Don't double down on dumb.
Your coffee break.
You win it every year. Give us a reason. Quadruple your television ratings with her. Promoting not only the other women on the team that could get endorsements, but promoting your sport.
Weekday mornings at 9.
San Diego Sports 760. America's finest sports station.
Do you feel like it's almost impossible to lose weight on your own? We know the secret to losing weight and keeping it off long-term without drugs or injections. At SDFatLoss.com, many clients lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two with our staff support and accountability. And we do that without prepackaged meals, no exercising, no hormones, no injections, drugs, or surgery. Go to SDFatLoss.com now.
Hey, it's TD. Don't get yourself caught up in one of those fad diets where maybe you lose some weight, but as soon as you stop, you gain that weight right back. You don't do that with SDFatLoss.com. Look, I lost 31 pounds in 8 weeks, and I've kept that weight off for over 6 months. Go there, mention Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. Save yourself $200. SDFatLoss.com.
To learn about our program, go to SDFatLoss.com and schedule your free private phone consultation. Our staff will walk you through our entire program, talk about your health goals, and see if it's a good fit for you. Call 858-665-3211 or go to SDFatLoss.com to schedule your free phone consultation now. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Decisions determine results. So which path do I want to take? Help people in need or stand on the sidelines watching? Worry about how to pay for school or have my education paid for? Push myself and learn new skills or stay the same? My decision is to serve part-time with the Army National Guard and my results will be life-changing. What will you decide? Go to NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Sponsored by the California Army National Guard. Aired by the California Broadcasters.
Are you self-employed? Worried about being unfairly targeted in family court? Don't let confusion about your income affect your case. The skilled attorneys at Men's Legal Center will have your back to ensure you're not overpaying support, especially in California, where rates are already sky high. Men's Legal Center will protect your finances and your assets if you're a business owner facing scrutiny. Don't navigate the family court system alone. Get your free case review at menslegal.com. That's menslegal.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing and the movies.
Everything that we are doing is incredibly data-driven. We are getting signals in every single day about how specific audiences are performing. So although we're marketing at a very broad scale, and that does include specific local markets, that's really the beauty of iHeart's network. You're not serving the same message to a consumer in Nashville necessarily that you may be in New York. You have the ability to be very specific and very personalized, but at a tremendous scale.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all, from national to local, every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
News trending now on AM 600 KOGO.
I'm Lucinda Kay. You know him from Elf and The Bob Newhart Show. This legendary comedian has died at 94. And former President Trump is set to speak from the RNC while President Biden isolates with COVID, plus a ton of wipeouts during Slamarack at Tamarack.
These stories and more on San Diego's News Radio 600 KOGO and KOGO.com. Brought to you by San Diego County Credit Union.
iHeartRadio and SDCCU's Stuff the Bus.
Stuff the Bus.
Are collecting donations for school supplies.
We need your help.
Make a donation now through July at any San Diego Jersey Mike's location or at sdccu.com/donate.
For more information about contests on this station, go to sportsSD.com/rules.
All right, if you missed our conversation, Brendan Hill, San Diego State's recruiting coordinator, he will join us on the other side. We're at Novo, Brazil, Mission Valley for the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event with San Diego State football here until 6. Make your way down. Stay with us.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone.
San Diego sports traffic.
Northbound 15 at West Bernardo Drive. We have an accident that's partially blocking the entrance to the HOV. El Norte. An earlier crash is clearing southbound 5 at Oceanside Harbor Drive. I'm Jaron Edwards with a look at San Diego traffic.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is the leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started with your idea. For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. They help everyday inventors just like you. Additional services include invention websites, prototype models, technical drawings, and more. They keep your idea confidential and explain every step of their invention services. Remember, that's inventhelp.com. inventhelp.com.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool has been put away. Now is the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hardworking tools at hardworking prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Stay connected with speed you need with gig speeds everywhere from Cox. Learn more at Cox.com. After over a decade, it's back. The return of EA Sports College Football 25.
Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
And we're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley with Aztec's head coach Sean Lewis and the squad. Now back to Jon and Jim.
All right, Jon and Jim with you until 6 p.m. We'll be joined by Sean Lewis, Aztecs head coach, in the 5 o'clock hour. Expected to be joined by Keenan Kristen, Aztecs running back, in the 4 o'clock hour. Makai Shaw, receiver for San Diego State, as well at 4 p.m. It is the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. You got to get down here. Jim's first time at Novo Brazil, Mission Valley. He's amazed. Aren't you? You're amazed by the video game. He can't take his eyes off it. This is like when we do remotes and the Padres are playing at 4 in the afternoon. You can't do a show.
I know.
It's the same thing. So we apologize. We had a few technical glitches over the first few minutes of our show. So you may have missed our conversation with Brendan Hill, who's San Diego State's NIL coordinator. He has set up this event here today. And again, it's going on until 7:30. So let's learn more about it. Again, with Brendan Hill, we started the conversation by asking him about today's event.
It's going to be amazing. I appreciate you guys being here, and glad we were able to make it happen. It's going to be a great turnout. We got over 250 people RSVP'd, and Novo is such a great venue, indoor, outdoor, family-friendly, easy access off the 8, Mission Valley, all that good stuff. So get down here. If you're listening, we look forward to seeing you, and we have some special announcements later, so make sure you get here.
So what are some prizes that people could win? Because I know we have a bunch of prizes set up at the front table over there when you walk in.
Yeah, so we have tickets to the New Mexico game, courtesy of the football staff. So a fan will have the opportunity to get sideline access, pregame, parking, 2 tickets, along with the Aztec Pass shirt. We also have a JLab prize pack. They launched a new product, the Nightfall wireless gaming headset, I believe today or tomorrow. So some lucky fans will win that. The biggest prize of them all is probably the opportunity to play coach 1v1.
Yeah.
So lucky fan is going to get the opportunity to play coach 1v1 in front of the whole crowd. And a lot of pressure for Coach Lewis, but I'm sure he can do it.
Do we know anything about it? Brendan Hill's with us. We're at Novo Brazil, Mission Valley. Make your way down. Chances to win prizes. And again, EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. Is Sean Lewis good at video games? Do we have an answer on that? I know his son is a gamer, and now he's played before. Obviously, he's talked about that in like recruiting visits before.
Yeah, for me, it's like riding a bike. So I'm hoping and I'm banking that he is good, right?
Right.
And I made a joke that even if he doesn't do well, he can always say he let the person win.
Exactly.
So,
right.
Either way, it's a win-win scenario.
So, for events like this, how important is it for NIL, for San Diego State, to have these type of events here in San Diego?
It's extremely important. We haven't had a sellout at Snapdragon yet, and I've been here for a full calendar heading into my second season. I want to sell out. I want to see our stadium rocking, packed out. And our student athletes deserve it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to play in front of a raucous home arena and home crowd. It's such a beautiful stadium, so why not pack it out? There's so much to do in entertainment and all that good stuff. So it's extremely important to just let the fans and supporters know how much we appreciate them. And this is an event where we aren't asking for anything, right? Like there's no barrier to entry. There's no ticket cost and all that good stuff. It's like, just get down here, bring the family, enjoy yourself, interact, get to know the staff and the student athletes, and maybe that'll encourage you to buy a package to a game or something, So really, it's just a touch point for our fan base to let them know how much we appreciate them and how much we need them.
We're at Novo Brazil, Mission Valley with Brendan Hill, San Diego State's NIL coordinator. So let's talk a little bit of name, image, and likeness. It's so prevalent and such a big talking point, obviously, across college athletics. I know Aztec Link is involved here this afternoon as well. What do you want our listeners to know about the current state heading towards this 2024 football season and how things are setting up for San Diego State?
Yeah, I think it's funny. Sometimes people feel like they can only support something when it's successful, but sometimes when it's not successful is when you need them the most, right? That's how we're going to get there. It's the chicken or the egg argument. But I think ultimately, coach is coming into a lot of times people call it year 0, right? Because he's inheriting a roster, he's building a roster, he has to implement a scheme and a system and coaching staff. There's a lot of change. So what I really want people to know is we need to, regardless of how this season goes, we need to gear up and get ready for the portal potentially and recruiting for year one, right? So that means we need to raise some money in NIL and for our collective for Aztec Link and be ready when the portal opens come December-ish. We can retain our best players and we can try and support those student athletes who will consider San Diego State.
So if you're coming down here, Novo Brazil in Mission Valley, the event starts at 4 p.m.
Yep.
We already have the game on in front of right now being played. Two games, right? Yeah, San Diego State versus San Diego State. I think San Diego State's going to win.
And for the record, you can play with any team. You don't have to play with San Diego State.
I like that. So John said he wanted to
No,
play.
that's so soft because you know what's going to happen, Brendan? By saying that, Jim's going to be like, "Oh, I'll beat Georgia." And I'm like, "No."
He takes it on the extreme.
It's an extreme. Yeah.
He's like, "I'll be San Diego State."
I'll be San Francisco 49ers.
I'll be Michigan. It's fine.
Well, I'm playing with the Hokies, right?
Okay.
I'm a Hokie, so we're going to play with Kyron Jones and those guys, and thankfully we're far enough, from San Diego State where it's not a rivalry.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think you should go get Georgia.
I won't. So all right. So we have two in front of us.
Yep.
How many systems are set up, and how does this whole thing work? If you want to come down here, potentially play on the game?
We have. Ultimately, we will probably have up to 5 gaming stations, and the people who get here early are probably going to get to play the longest, right? The longer that list goes for people to get in line, we're going to try and speed it up and get people through. But there will be a student athlete at every station, and fans will just basically rotate through. There may be some prizes if you can beat a student athlete. And ultimately, we want to give everybody a chance to go up against the student athletes in the game and see how they match up and vice versa. Our student athletes think that they're the best at it, so we'll see what they can do. The games hasn't been out long enough for anybody to be an expert yet.
Well,
it's been 10 years.
Sure. Yeah, but at the same time, you had over 700,000 people playing the early release on Monday.
I did see that, yeah.
Online, and you've had, I would say, well over 1 million people have played this game since the early release on Monday. So I don't think you're giving people enough credit. There are probably some experts out there that have already gone
they haven't gone
years
to sleep yet.
deep in dynasty mode.
Oh
for sure.
Gosh, yeah, that's exciting. I mean, ultimately, what I've said about this is there's going to be a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old, 8-year-old who gets this game and becomes a fan of San Diego State because they live in San Diego or the Southern California area, right? They like the brand, and they're going to grow up one day, and maybe we can recruit them, right? So I think a lot of people don't even realize how important this is to early stage recruiting and building the brand for San Diego State. So really excited that the game is back out. Shout out to EA Sports for making it happen. And I had a moment the other day on social media where it kind of sunk in that, like, wow, our student athletes get to see themselves, play themselves, and make money for being in the game. I mean, that's
awesome.
That's NIL 101 right there. That's what
is.
it's all about, regardless of collectives and all that good stuff. This is what NIL is all about.
No doubt. Brendan, we're looking forward to the next few hours here on San Diego Sports 760 over at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. Again, make sure to get here. The event officially begins at 4 p.m. Your chance to win prizes, including a copy of EA Sports College Football 25 right here on Jon and Jim San Diego Sports 760.
I'm going to put this over here.
Why? I'm getting some
you got some
water on it.
Yeah. I'm going to put that right there and keep it very
that is a verified code and verified copy.
Don't lose that.
I'm not. Don't worry. I'm not taking it for myself.
Yeah,
because I don't have a PS5 to begin with. That's also a big problem of mine. I need to buy one.
That's a lot of people's problem.
Yeah, it is.
Mine too.
And this game, I guarantee you, has gotten a lot of people to buy the new PS5 or
no doubt
the PS5 to get the new game. So,
no doubt.
I'll keep it safe. Don't worry.
Brendan, we appreciate you, man. We'll catch up with you guys over the course of the next couple hours.
Absolutely.
And for our listeners, make sure to get down to Novo Brazil Mission Valley here this afternoon. Brendan Hill, San Diego State's recruiting coordinator. All right, so back here live, Novo Brazil Brewing Mission Valley, catching up on this event with Brendan Hill, who oversees NIL efforts at San Diego State. We will be joined by Sean Lewis in the 5 o'clock hour. Aztec's head coach will have some players join us in the 4 o'clock hour. This is a really, really unique event, and we've had some listeners already come up to us that said they needed to be here for it, and it's going on until 7:30. So maybe you're not getting out of work until 5 p.m. Maybe you want to pick up your wife or the kids. They're going really into the evening here, 7:30, if not later than that. Chances to win games, prizes. We're giving away a copy of the game. You can enter the raffle. We'll announce a winner coming up at 5:30. So make your way down. We'll kick off hour 2 on the other side. We'll get to the wrap. We'll have San Diego State football players with us coming up as well. We're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley until 6 p.m. Free event. Make your way down the launch event for EA Sports College Football 25 with San Diego State, Aztec Link, and Novo Brazil Brewing. Hour 2, Jon and Jim next.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Coming back to Las Vegas. September 20th and 21st. Streaming live only on Hulu.
A weekend full of superstar performances.
Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com.
Summer is the time to let loose, turn up the tunes, and share sweet moments together. And M&M's are the perfect treat for any time. Chilling by the pool, jamming at the barbecue, road trip sing-alongs, and everywhere in between. So grab a pack from your local retailer and pass them around today.
All right, so sports fans, listen up. We have found paradise. It is Circa Las Vegas. We were just there last week. Speaking of San Diego State and Mountain West football, we were there for Media Days. It is a sports lover's dream, Circa, with the largest sports book in Nevada. Also, Stadium Swim. You have to see it to believe it. This incredible rooftop pool, the massive outdoor video boards to watch all the games across all sports. It's open every day of the year, 365 days. Here's the other good news. Circa is a 21-plus venue. There's nothing to worry about other than sports. And speaking of which, the biggest pro football contests in Las Vegas are back. That includes Circa Survivor and Circa Million, now up to $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win, no rake. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed. Quarterly and full season payouts as well. You can enter in Nevada, but here's the thing. You play from anywhere, including in San Diego. That's right. You can play right here in America's finest city. Visit circasports.com. That's circasports.com for details.
Hey, it's Rich and Fletch with you. It's time for the excitement of summer sports, and I say the best way to take summer sports excitement to the next level is with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Game on!
With a community of over 5 million active players, Prize Picks, it's the most exciting way to get in on summer sports action while watching your favorite teams and players. Baseball, which is America's pastime, is just getting going, really, while soccer, pro tennis, esports, especially women's basketball, are more popular than ever.
You can make Prize Picks lineups in as little as 60 seconds. Actually, I've beaten that many times. And with Prize Picks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 during a single game this summer. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections that you're locked into and loaded up on. I'm going to be loaded up on a lot of baseball this season with the Padres. Look, they're infuriating. Prize Picks is not.
So get ready to enjoy the best fantasy sports app play available. Download the Prize Picks app now. Enter code DOGS for a first deposit match up to $100. Enter code DOGS on the Prize Picks app for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone in crisis. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Lenovo. I wasn't sure what tech my business needed.
I wasn't sure what tech my business needed.
So I decided on my own.
So I went to Lenovo.com for expert advice.
My solution was a bad fit.
Our new tech is the perfect fit for our team.
When every decision matters, join Lenovo Pro, Lenovo's free membership program at Lenovo.com, and unlock new AI experiences with Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors.
Our cars and trucks don't just get us from A to B. Our rides say something about us. And electric, gas, or diesel, they all run on awesome. So they need an awesome auto loan. FrontWave Credit Union's got them. And at FrontWave, you don't just get amazing financing for your next new or used car or truck. You also get no payments for 90 days, plus up to $350 by banking with us. So let's roll at frontwavecu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Some restrictions apply. See website for complete terms and conditions.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
With NFL news happening around the clock, you'll never be left on the outside looking in on the Insiders Podcast, featuring myself, Tom Pelissero, along with Ian Rappaport, Mike Garafolo, Judy Batista, and NFL Network's team of experts. The Insiders has you covered with up-to-the-minute news from around the league, detailed team reports, and analysis that only the Insiders can deliver. Listen to the Insiders Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search the Insiders, then start listening.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. That's money. Enter it now. KGB and KGB FM HD2 San Diego Sports 760. An iHeart radio station, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
All right, this update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Padres, they return back to action tomorrow night as they'll take on the Cleveland Guardians, starting off their 9-game road trip. Matt Waldron will start for the Padres. NBA news of the day, Russell Westbrook got traded today to the Utah Jazz. The Jazz will buy him out, and he's going to sign with the Denver Nuggets. And the British Open is underway. Daniel Brown leads the tournament right now at 6 under par. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
EA Sports. It's in the game. And so are Football 25. We're live at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. Plus, Aztecs head coach Sean Lewis is in the building.
Do special things and create some of those memories, for the Aztecs as we continue to move forward.
Along with some of the players from this year's squad.
Red 80! What's that?
Now, live from Novo Brazil for the return of EA Sports College Football 25, it's Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego, Southern California, what's going on? It is hour 2 of Jon and Jim. We are at Novo Brazil Brewing here in Mission Valley for this EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. Really cool, unique opportunity for Aztec fans, for our listeners. You can make your way down. This is going on until 7:30 p.m., a chance to play the game, win some prizes, interact with some student athletes, including Makai Shaw, San Diego's own, out of Scripps Ranch, right here in America's finest city, back on the Mesa here in 2024. Makai, first of all, appreciate you joining us. And you are in this game.
He's in the game.
So, first of all, thanks for joining us. And how surreal is it to be in this brand new video game?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. It's so surreal, to be honest, because this is a game, I played growing up.
Yeah.
My dad played growing up. My whole family played growing up. So, just seeing myself in this game is so crazy to me. I don't think it's really sunk in yet.
When you got the forms, I know a lot of players got the forms. How fast did you get those forms in to make sure that you were in this game?
Yeah, no, I think as soon as they sent the email out, I opted in immediately. It was I didn't really care too much about what the benefits were or whatever.
Yeah.
Just seeing myself in this game is a benefit in itself. So just as soon as I could, I opted in.
So have you played it yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know a big thing in whenever they release games in the NFL or basketball, ratings. All right. So I'm sure you've checked your ratings, right?
Yeah.
You've checked your ratings. What's a rating that on there you're like, well, that's too low. That's too low.
I feel like for me, my catching rating could be a little bit higher.
What's it at right now?
Honestly, I don't even
it's in this 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also think strength also, because I feel like I'm a pretty strong receiver. So strength was at 66, and I feel like I'm a little bit stronger than that. But everything else I thought was pretty on the dot. I'm not going to be too greedy, give me the 99 speed,
yeah.
stuff, But I felt like everything was pretty on the dot, yeah.
We did see, and we'll talk to Keenan Kristen coming up, and everyone's been talking about this. We saw on social media that he's got a 98.
Yeah, and that's
speed. Is that accurate?
That's accurate for sure. Yeah, Keenan got 98 speed in real life too, so he's definitely that guy when it comes to the speed.
Now, Sean Lewis, the head coach, obviously, of your football team, has brought in a ton of new players for the team. Obviously, you're a returnee. You played under Brady. You've been here. You're going to be back. You're a San Diegan. Who else from a speed perspective? Because a lot of speed and skill has been brought in here on the Mesa. Who else can run like Keenan Kristen on this team?
Jay-Sean Polk. That's the other guy. He's extremely fast. Also, another receiver guy that came in. Yeah, he's really fast as well. So 97 speed might still be too low for him, to be honest. He's pretty darn fast.
For the future of San Diego State football, you returned. Sean Lewis new here. How important is like these types of events?
I think it's super important for sure. Just trying to get the community involved. Whole new era coming in. Of course, Aztec fast. Just I think it's really important because it's going to be a whole new team, really, and I think getting to know these new players, getting to know the community, get to know everything, coaches. It's super important for where we stand.
San Diego is such an amazing, fertile recruiting area. You're born in San Diego. You play at Scripps Ranch. You got here in 2020, right?
Yeah.
This will be your 5th season. You have the coaching change. You deserve to be in this game. Watching San Diego State at Snapdragon Stadium. What is it like for you to be a San Diegan and represent San Diego State football?
Yeah, I'm just thankful. That I've been able to play college football for this long to even be in the game. You know. I'm thankful to the coaches that gave me a chance. Coach Sumler was Coach Sanchez originally, and then Coach Sumler called me again and said, "Yeah, you still have a spot here." So I'm just thankful to the coaches that gave me a chance at San Diego State because there's nothing more I'd love to than play football where I grew up for the city. So it's been a blessing for sure.
Makai Shaw is with us, San Diego State senior receiver. Tell us about this offense. You had a lot of success last year with San Diego State overall from a team perspective. Obviously disappointing 4-8 overall. Brand new head coach, brand new offensive system. How excited are you, and how different is this going to be for you and your teammates that were here a year ago?
I'm extremely excited. It's way different, obviously, compared to what we've had not just last year, but the last 4 years, really, the entire time I've been here. It's way different. So I'm extremely excited, though. A lot of running, a lot of running around. Yep. So it's definitely different, but I can't say I'm just extremely excited, to say the least.
So, the game, you said you played it. Are you, as a team, are you guys going to have gaming nights or how is that going to work out? Because if I was in the game, if I was you, dude, I would literally play as myself every single day.
Yeah. Just looking at that right there,
there you are right there.
So you're on the title.
He's on the
card
title
for
card.
San Diego State.
Yeah. So that's even just looking at that, I'm thinking, wow, that's just crazy to me. But we've already got dudes playing games, every night. We're always, of course, we're going to play this game as much as we can just before, fall camp starts. And then I'm sure they're already having gaming nights and stuff, trying to play against each other, having a good laugh. Having a good
you're
time.
right there. There he is right there.
That's incredible.
Did you know you were going to be on the title card?
I did not at all. So as soon as the game came out, people were sending me pictures and stuff.
That's so cool.
Wow, is that you? I'm like,
you're like, what?
So are there going to be, like you mentioned before fall camp, we're trying to play. Once it gets to fall camp, are there going to be video game rules? I actually saw that on a media day.
Oh, really?
SEC media day, one of the head coaches said, you guys better be playing now for the next 3 weeks because once we get to fall camp, we're not going to be playing video games.
As far as I know, yeah, I'm not sure.
Take us through, getting ready for another fall camp. You've gone through now a series of these. This is different under Sean Lewis because of the tempo at which you're going to play on offense. What do you need to do, or what have you done over the last 6 months to prepare your body for what's to come?
It's just getting as strong as we can over the summer and then trying to stay in shape, because a big part of our offense, of course, is tempo. So, staying in shape is probably the biggest thing that we've been focusing on.
Makai, we're looking forward to the upcoming season. This is going to be an awesome event here this afternoon, the EA Sports launch event, College Football 25 with San Diego State football. Before you go, is there a best gamer on the team? Is there someone that is
who is the best gamer?
Unbelievable at video games?
I'm not gonna lie, I do not know.
Okay,
it for sure isn't me because I'm not very good at the sports games. I'll tell you that.
Well, Sean Lewis says he's good on the sticks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, he's probably going to claim that he's the best gamer on the team.
I'm sure, I'll tell you right now, I'm sure there's a bunch of guys that will tell you they're the best on the team.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, for sure.
There's definitely, it's definitely a close one there.
Real quick, actually, I know we said we're going to let you go. How does your role change in the offense? Do you know as of yet in terms of what you're going to be asked to do as a receiver in this offense? How does that change for you?
I can't imagine it to be very, very different from last year. Just trying to lead the younger guys in a new offense as well. I feel like as I get closer to the season, I'll be more clear on what my role will be.
Mm-hmm.
But just based off of spring, I feel like try my best to lead the young guys and lead the guys around me.
San Diego State senior Makai Shaw out of Scripps Ranch right here in San Diego, California. Thanks for swinging by. Congratulations on all your successes.
Have fun with the game, man.
And enjoy this, man.
Have fun with the night.
Enjoy it.
Thanks, man. Thank you for having me.
Stuff. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Makai Shaw, again, San Diegan with us here on Jon and Jim. San Diego Sports 760. Appreciate it, Makai. We'll have Keenan Kristen join us coming up momentarily as well. So Jon and Jim with you, Novo Brazil Brewing. So imagine that, Jim.
Dude, I would be freaking out.
Imagine the sports radio video game. And we're like, we're in the game. Yeah. And then the title card comes up for San Diego. Jon and Jim are up there.
We're like, hey, how you doing?
Seriously, like you're 22 years of age.
Yeah.
This game hasn't been out in 11 years. You were like not even a teenager the last time the game came out. It's on PS5 with all these amazing graphics. Yeah. And the day it comes out, the title card, because there's like 134 teams.
Yeah.
When you click on San Diego State, the player you see, Makai Shaw.
Right. Yeah. It's
which is fitting because he's a San Diegan.
Yeah, and he's been here for
5 years.
Probably the longest, right?
Yeah.
Of any current Aztec.
Right.
And
yep.
I'm sure that that played a role into why he was the title card player for San Diego State. So again, it would be a surreal thing for sure to see yourself on the video game in today's age of social media and video games and everything, and actually having you be in the game. Because if you I know you don't remember because you didn't play it, but back in the day, all you had was like number 14, number 83, right? Like, yeah, the likeness maybe, but it wasn't the actual name of the player and all this stuff like that, like they have right now in this game. It was completely different.
Completely different.
Different.
I mean, it's like a new world, right? I mean, you take 11 years off with a video game.
Yeah.
It's like taking, like the difference between like Windows 95 and today's like operating systems, or like when they went to the moon in 1969 and going out of space. I mean, everything changes, right? 10 years is forever.
How do you think this matchup will go right here, Jon? It's Arkansas State at number 1 Georgia.
I kind of like the Red Wolves. I kind of like Arkansas State this
I really do too.
The
cool feature is when you're playing the game as the opponent or the road team, if you're playing in like a hostile environment, then the entire screen's like shaking and it's like hard, like your controller's shaking, and it's like actually really difficult to run your offense.
All right, so let's reset here. So if you make your way down, you've got a chance to win prizes. We're at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. This event's going until 7:30 p.m. So your chance to win prizes. Someone's playing Sean Lewis in EA Sports College Football.
I haven't seen
25.
Coach Lewis
I think he's showing up around 5 p.m.
Okay.
They've got some special announcements coming on later this afternoon as well. You can meet San Diego State players like Makai Shaw, Keenan Kristen, and others. If you haven't been to Novo Brazil Mission Valley, we've told you about Novo for a long time here on San Diego Sports 760. It truly is an incredible spot for sports viewing. You're a Padres fan, they got the games on. You're an NFL fan, they have games on. You're an Aztec fan, they're playing San Diego State football and basketball. I was here for a basketball event, I want to say in the spring. So it's a great spot. It just is. So maybe on your way out of work, swing by, say hello. You can enter to win the video game with us. There's a raffle going on right now. We're going to announce a winner of that raffle, Jim, coming up in 75 minutes at 5:30.
Yeah, we have the raffle over here. Make sure if you enter, by the way, that you have a PS5.
Is that right? This is only PS5, not Xbox?
It's only PS5.
Okay.
So, it's very important to know that when you enter, because if you win and you don't have a PS5, you will be SOL. So make sure if you come on down here, you can enter to win the game. You can enter the raffle. We'll be giving away the code for the game, and you have to be here to win. The place is getting full. I know we haven't looked around the corner yet, Jon, but there's other screens around the corner here playing the game. And you can come down and you can sign up. You can sign on the sheet here to play the game here at Novo, and you can pick any team you want. You don't have to play San Diego State, because I see right now Notre Dame taking on Texas and Georgia taking on Arkansas State. So you can play as any team as you want. You can sign up, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun night.
All right, so Keenan Kristen will join us at some point coming up this hour. We do have a few moments. Should we get to the wrap, guys?
Let's
Brent,
get
is
to
now
the
a good
wrap.
time for the wrap?
It's time for the wrap, presented by Sombrero Mexican Food. Check out their website at sombreromex.com.
What do you guys think of DirecTV partnering with San Diego Football Club as the first jersey sponsor?
Blah. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think it's one of those like corporate blah types of sponsorships. First of all, I didn't even know DirecTV was like a thing anymore. To be honest with you, I know they have the DirecTV Holiday Bowl, right? But like as your jersey sponsor, I don't know. It kind of just seems like maybe this was like kind of forced on them by the league because the league is trying to get a package done with DirecTV for Major League Soccer, and it's like kind of like helping out the league. We're going to put DirecTV on their front of their jersey. I just know when I think of San Diego, I don't think of DirecTV. But hey, it is what it is, and if the kits look cool, then so be it. It will kind of just be like, oh, it's another jersey sponsor, it's whatever.
Yeah, they're based in Southern California. DirecTV, I want to say El Segundo is where they're based. And like you said, they're doing business right now with some sports entities in San Diego, DirecTV Holiday Bowl, and now, of course, with San Diego FC. It to me is a little different. I didn't grow up a huge soccer fan.
Yeah.
So kit sponsorship to me, I'm not terribly familiar with it. Like I think about the Padres, I see Padres across the chest. If you're an NFL fan, you see like a San Francisco 49ers logo or whatever it is. So no matter who it is, to me, it isn't overly relevant. I guess it's a good win for San Diego FC to partner with a national brand, get the revenue that they probably need for the club. But I'm with you. I don't have a lot of feelings on it beyond that. Next question.
What do you think of the Padres 2025 schedule that was released earlier today?
Well, John, their August is going to be daunting. Should we go through it?
Yeah.
Should we go through every game?
Can you go through all 162?
I would love to go through all 162, John.
What do you think of their game at Athletics?
At Athletics?
Yeah.
That was like the second week of the season, right?
Yeah, first road trip of the year is at ATH.
Hey, I tell you what.
Did you see the tweet? Someone's like, man, the Giants have a brutal schedule. They got to go from Philadelphia to Athens, back to like San Francisco without an off day because it's in Sacramento, obviously, next year.
Yeah.
For the Athletics.
I mean,
it's the same thing.
I don't have many like thoughts on it, to be honest with you.
You just reverse the AL teams that you visited this year, and they come to you.
Right.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Again,
so, like, who came here this year? Did the New York Yankees come here? So you go to Yankee Stadium next year?
You go to Yankee Stadium. The Red Sox come here.
Yep.
You go to Baltimore. You go to Kansas City.
No, you don't.
No.
Kansas City comes here.
Sorry, Kansas City comes
And
here. Right.
you don't go to Baltimore either. They come here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Good
My
talk.
bad.
But I will say this
Again, I haven't like really
Jim
looked
Russell,
at the schedule.
agent.
Here's my takeaway.
Okay.
The season keeps starting earlier. This year, I think, other than Korea, it was March 28th. Next year, it's March 27th. So March 27th
At
is
least
opening day.
it's not starting in Seoul, South Korea.
It is for the Dodgers and the Cubs. We'll
No,
start March
Tokyo.
18th.
Correct.
I'm
Yeah, we're
sorry,
in
in
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's right.
Yeah.
So I have no thoughts on it. Next question.
Gee, why do you think they sent those two teams to Tokyo?
Yeah, good question.
I wonder why.
I wonder why the
That's a trick
Dodgers.
question.
Yeah, interesting.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the Cubs got a Japanese superstar too.
True.
Is-
Could Otani be pitching, by the way, in Tokyo?
Could Shota
next year?
Imanaga
Probably
be
not.
pitching against Shohei
Yeah,
Ohtani?
potentially.
Wow.
Maybe
All right,
he'll be
next
hitting
question.
too. Is Caitlin Clark a better scorer or passer?
Well, right now she is proving that she's a better passer because she is leading the league in assists.
You saw that.
She broke the assist record last night for a single game with 19. I think she's gone 5 or 6 straight games with double-digit assists. If anybody says that she's not the Rookie of the Year, I don't know what you're watching because she is already proving to be one of the best players in the league right now. She's not the best. Asia Wilson is the best. She will win MVP this season for the Las Vegas Aces. But I tell you what, Caitlin Clark is proving to be she gets better every single time out. She's proving to be one of the best players in the league, and she's improving nonstop, and she's actually put her team in a position to make the postseason when last year they were the worst team in all of the WNBA. So I would say she's a better passer.
Honestly, like she's an underrated. Everyone talks about her scoring because she's the all-time scoring leader in the history of Division I basketball. But you're right; she's like a top 20 scorer in the WNBA. But she far and away leads the league in assists. Had that record-breaking night last night with 19 assists. She's minus 2,000, by the way, to win WNBA Rookie of the Year, so that's going to be a formality. But yeah, she's been as good of a passer as a scorer in her first year in the WNBA. Next question.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this because I didn't bother to look at it. What do you think of the top 10 in ESPN's top 100 athletes of the 21st century?
So we were off on this. Brent, can you just guess? Guess right now.
Top 5.
Just give me top 3. Who do you think are the top 3? Okay?
LeBron?
No.
Kobe?
Not the top 3. No, not the top 3.
The Williams sister that's better than the other one?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Serena Williams, yeah.
I don't follow tennis, so I don't remember which one's better.
Tiger? Nope. No Tiger, no Brady.
No Brady either?
The number one athlete,
is it a
according to
soccer
this
player?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. The number one athlete, John, is
Michael Phelps.
What?
Michael Phelps.
Here's the top 5.
I kind of get it, but it's
I'm with you. It's a stretch.
Yeah.
It's a stretch. Now, Phelps is a brilliant athlete.
Yeah.
But Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, to Brent's point, I agreed. I thought you'd have a female athlete in the top 3, and they do.
They do.
Lionel Messi is number 3. LeBron is 4th. Brady is 5th.
Okay.
The rest of the top 10 is Roger Federer, who's had an amazing career. Simone Biles, okay, I get it. Tiger is 8th in the 2000s. Usain Bolt is 9th.
Okay.
Kobe is 10th. Steph Curry, by the way, 14th. Top 15.
I mean, it's a good top 10. I agree with the top 10. I just don't agree with the ordering of it, maybe.
No, they're amazing athletes.
But again,
who cares? But they're doing it during the All-Star break week when there's no sporting events by and large. You know,
and this right here is like a sports show / radio show's dream.
Oh, no doubt.
Because when you have nothing to talk about during this week, and by the way, I think we've had a lot to talk about on this show personally. But if you don't have things to talk about, national shows, right?
Exactly.
They use this as like the talking point for segments and whatnot, and just making this up out of nowhere.
You know, we kind of joked yesterday off air about the stuff they've been playing on ESPN since there's like no sports going on until Friday, because they were playing ping pong yesterday, and then it was like wiffle ball, and it's just like, okay, that's how slow of a sports day it was.
No doubt about it. All right, we're at Novo Brazil Mission Valley here until 6 p.m. It is the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event with San Diego State football, Aztec Link, and Novo Brazil Brewing. Keenan Kristen, tailback for San Diego State, back in the Mesa. He will join us coming up this hour. Sean Lewis in the 5 o'clock hour. We're here until 6 p.m. Chances to play the game, chances to win prizes as well, including the video game. Stay with us on Jon and Jim.
Get in the herd.
You're not going to put Caitlin Clark, your Taylor Swift, on the team. You made a big mistake the first time, not putting her on the Olympic team. Don't double down on dumb.
Your coffee break.
You win it every year. Give us a reason. Quadruple your television ratings with her. Promoting not only the other women on the team that could get endorsements, but promoting your sport.
Weekday mornings at 9.
San Diego Sports. 760. America's finest sports station.
At Hamul Casino, nothing is more important than fun. And fun means the thrill of gaming. With over 1,600 slots and classic table games, it means incredible food and drinks at our award-winning restaurants. And it means generous perks, exciting giveaways, and awesome live entertainment. And because we're San Diego's closest casino, fun is never far away. Hamul Casino. Fun above all else.
This is the summer of Bartesian, the premium cocktail maker that crafts over 60 seasonal and premium cocktails, all with natural juices and real artisan bitters. At the push of a button, it's cocktail time in under 30 seconds. Whether you want to make your favorites or explore new cocktails, Bartesian has the perfect system to get your happy hours started. To save up to $50 on starter kit bundles, visit bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Hear that? That is the sound of obstacles facing your business. But when you join Lenovo's free online membership program, Lenovo Pro, to support all your business tech, those obstacles just go away. Join Lenovo Pro for free. Visit Lenovo.com today. Lenovo. Unlock new AI experiences with Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors.
Sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously. At Hims, we know it's always better to be ready. And the best way to be ready anytime is to go to hims.com today. Because when you go to hims.com/radio, you'll find doctor-trusted ED treatments for less. with the same active ingredient as Cialis. Available in daily pills or chews, Hims gives you that boost of confidence, knowing you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. To connect with a licensed medical provider, just go to hims.com. No in-person appointments or awkward conversations required. If prescription medication is right for you, it'll be shipped to your door for free. Starting at less than $2 a day, you can get an ED treatment prescribed 100% online, all for a fraction of the price of name brands. Get your confidence back with Hims. Get started with a free 100% online consultation today at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Over the last 30 years, 8 million U.S. service members have returned home after serving our country around the world. The biggest challenge a returning vet faces is getting back to everyday life. And a key to that is personal wellness. iHeartRadio has teamed up with some of America's biggest veteran organizations and programs to create Show Your Stripes, a one-stop destination for veterans and their families to find the resources they need. If you're a veteran facing challenges, or if you're looking out for the well-being of a veteran you know, visit showyourstripes.org today.
Get into summer with iHeart80s. iHeart80s goes commercial-free this weekend and every weekend. Open the app, search iHeart80s, and start listening now. Free never sounded so good.
All right, Keenan Kristen, San Diego State tailback from the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. He'll join us next.
This report is sponsored by San Diego County Black Infant Health by the Neighborhood House Association.
San Diego sports traffic.
A SIG alert is still in effect in the Miramar area as the westbound 52 is
All right, this update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Padres, they return back tomorrow, start their 9-game road trip and the second half. They'll take on the Cleveland Guardians in Cleveland. Matt Waldron will start tomorrow for the Padres. Moving over to the NBA, trade in the NBA today. Russell Westbrook got traded from the Clippers to the Jazz, but the Jazz are going to buy him out, and he's going to end up signing with the Denver Nuggets. And the British Open is underway. Daniel Brown leads the tournament right now at 6 under par. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
We're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley today for the release of EA Sports College Football 25. Now back to Jon and Jim.
All All right, roll along from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. Get here. We're going until 7:30. The event is Jon and Jim on the air until 6 p.m. If you get here between now and 5:30, you have a chance to win a copy of EA Sports College Football, the video game, with us here from Jon and Jim. We're going to be joined by Keenan Kristen, who's stopping by. Keenan, how are you? John Schaefer, good to see you.
Jim, nice to meet you, man. Put these
All
headset
right, here's
on.
your
We'll be
headphones.
good to go.
So this is we had Makai Shaw on. So we had a San Diegan and Makai Shaw get out of Madison's High in Keenan Kristen. How cool is this for you guys? First of all, I'm seeing you in every single play. Every time I watch San Diego State, you're racing down the field like 20 yards ahead of anyone else. How cool of an experience is this for you to see yourself in a video game? And thanks for hopping on.
Honestly, it's amazing. I mean, it's something every kid dreams for, to be able to be in a video game. You know, they stopped making NCAA a long time ago. So, you know, being in college, we all could only wish to be in a video game. Right? Our hope was to be in Madden someday.
Yeah.
So now being able to be in our own game is pretty cool.
Are you a gamer?
I am.
Okay, so have you played this before? Or is
Yeah,
it
I
your
have.
first time?
I actually was playing it before I came here.
Oh, you were? Okay, so you got the game, I'm sure.
Yeah,
This is something that you're gonna play a lot.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things, like you said, when you get in the game, you always look at your stats. You always look at where you're at, right? For you, you're a 98 in speed.
Yeah.
I'm sure that to you is like, okay, I should be a 99, but 98's okay.
Yeah, that's good. Look, there we go, right there.
Yeah, I mean, you are so fast in the game. What's one stat in the game that you're like, yo, that's got to be higher?
Probably I don't know. Honestly, I went and saw my overall and my speed, and I just was like, all right, whatever.
You like just roll, just whatever. Yeah.
You know, it's funny because on social media, the first thing I saw when people were talking about San Diego State, they were talking about your speed. Like, yo, Keenan's a 98.
Yeah.
So, real life, we just had Makai on.
Yeah.
Anyone else on this team that competes with you from a speed perspective on this team?
Yeah, so they gave Polk a 97.
Okay.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah.
They didn't get Deshaun's speed right because he's pretty fast as
Okay.
well. So
Okay.
I mean, there is a couple guys that are very fast, but I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
you got the top spot. That's good. Who's the best gamer on the team?
Man, I don't know. We got a lot of them, really.
Really?
We do
Okay.
have
Like of
it
your
depends
group.
on the game. Really,
Yeah.
on the game, it depends. But out of the running back room, I'd probably say Cam Davis. He's pretty good at the game.
Okay.
What's this been like for you? Keenan Kristen with us on Jon and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Coming back home, so to speak, to San Diego State. Now second coaching staff, obviously, with the Aztecs. You're back here for Sean Lewis taking over on the Mesa. What has this experience been like for you coming back to San Diego State, now having this opportunity as well this year?
You know, coming back was just a great opportunity, being able to keep playing and to be at home with my parents and my family. But, you know, everything didn't go how we wanted the past few years. But, you know, with the change and everything, I'm feeling very confident going into the season. And, I mean, I don't know. It just feels great. It's a great feeling.
For you know, this upcoming season, Aztec Link, events like this, just how important is it to have events like this with so many new faces on the team to get out in the community, get out in the public, and show everybody like, hey, this is the new Aztec future. This is what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish. How important is stuff like this to have?
Well, not only do I think it's important that like the new faces get to see people,
Yeah.
but I also think it's very important that they get to see us interact with
Totally.
each other. You know what I mean? Like they get to really see how we are away from the field. And I think that's what a lot of people want. Like they make the subscribers only and stuff like that so they can see how we are away from the game.
Yeah.
And I think that the events like this really allows people to support us and see us away from the game.
You've been in some tremendous running back rooms, whether it's here at San Diego State or at SC. There's a lot of hype for the tailbacks on this roster right now. How do you feel about this group overall, and what's the interaction like among a group of running backs over the course of a year?
Overall, I feel like we have a great room. Honestly, I think we have probably one of the best rooms I've played in yet. And we have a great room, like not just skill wise, but like we all joke around, like we have a great time. Like it's just an amazing room.
How have you liked the new look offense?
Yeah.
It's definitely different just because of how fast it is.
Yeah.
But I do like it. Like I like the way that we do things, how we change things up. Like I like it a lot.
All right, so have you played as of yet here this afternoon?
Yeah,
the game?
I just got done playing. I beat Kyle Crum.
You beat Kyle Crum.
Yeah.
Who was it? You were San Diego State versus San Diego State?
Yeah.
I saw like that.
Oh, you were up like 35 nothing.
Yeah, it was a beatdown of Crum over there. It was not close.
We had a good one over there.
So the next couple of weeks is just getting ready for the start of another fall camp, and then getting ready to go August 31st. Is this quote unquote a down period right before fall camp, or what's going on right now as you get ready for camp?
No, we're in summer workouts.
Okay, you're in
right
workouts.
So we're working out every day.
But there's still time for the video game?
Oh yeah. We work out early in the morning. I go home and I'm gaming the rest of the day.
Yeah, there we go. You look at this upcoming season, down year last year. How do you view this upcoming year of goals and things like that? Because 4-8 last season, there's a lot of new players here, so people could be like, oh, they'll take time to do things. But for you, goals, how does that work?
Well, so my ultimate goal is to make it to the NFL.
Okay.
So I know we have a lot of new guys, but that's what we work for.
Yeah.
We work to build that chemistry to be able to go out on the field and dominate on the weekends. But as far as when it comes to the time to play, there's nothing for us to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just came off of 4-8.
Right.
We don't have anything to lose. So we're going out with everything we got. And they already got us ranked at the bottom. So we already got a chip on our shoulder. So we got something to play for.
So you mentioned that, and it came out last week. Do you guys use that as fuel here? I know we asked Coach Lewis about that, and he kind of was like, whatever. But he also mentioned that there could be constructive forms of motivation here.
Yeah.
Is that something that you guys have
talked
about?
It's not everyone's like that.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I don't really the rankings. I don't think it really matters too much. I think it matters once we get going. But there's definitely people that'll take that with a grain of salt, and it'll be their driving factor through the season.
You know what's interesting to me, because you played in the Pac-12 at SC, and now this year you're playing 3 former or current Pac-12 members. I mean, Oregon State, Washington State, both in San Diego, which is pretty cool, and then California up in Berkeley. That's got to be a pretty cool experience to play 3 former programs in the Pac-12, right?
Yeah, it's different because I don't know a lot of guys that play there now.
Yeah.
But just being able to, kind of relive those moments through a different time is pretty cool.
Before you go, Madison High, I know we're going back now. You had the most absurd, and there's been some unbelievable tailbacks out of San Diego.
Yeah.
Everyone understands that. You knew that coming up, I'm sure, as well. Is there a moment that you have ridiculous numbers? The numbers are like video game numbers, what you did in high school. How do you look back on your time at Madison?
Man, it was great. It was amazing. It's all that you can ask for, really, But I think my biggest moment in high school, looking back, is probably doubling in state for track.
Okay,
which is where I think that these numbers probably came from.
Probably, yeah.
That's crazy. Well, the Olympics are coming up.
Yeah.
Could you medal in no? What'd you double in? So what'd you win as a high school athlete?
I won the 100 and the 200
in the state.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. What's your 100 or what?
10:30. I tied the state record.
Jeez.
Jim, can you run a 10:30?
Let me answer that for you.
Can you run 50 and 10:30?
No, I could not run a 10:30.
Keenan, thanks for swinging by, man.
Of course, thank you guys.
Congratulations on the game, all your
Yeah.
successes, and we'll do it again soon. All right.
Thank you guys.
All right, great
Thanks, man.
stuff.
Appreciate
Keenan
it.
Kristen, Madison High, San Diego, with us here from Novo, Brazil, Mission Valley on Jon and Jim. We'll take a timeout. Sean Lewis will join us in the 5 o'clock hour. We're here until 6. We're giving away EA Sports College Football 25. Get down here. This event is going on until 7:30. Spectacular event. Sean Lewis is going to join us coming up in the next 20 minutes. Stay with us on Jon and Jim. All right, Sean Lewis is going to join us coming up from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. It is the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. Stay with us.
After over a decade, it's back. The return of EA Sports College Football 25.
Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
And we're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley with Aztecs head coach Sean Lewis and the squad. Now back to Jon and Jim.
All right, really unique and fun afternoon. We've done a lot of remotes over the years, but nothing quite like this. It's the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event from Novo Brazil Mission Valley. We're with San Diego State players, Makai Shaw, Keenan Kristen, and others. Sean Lewis will be here coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. There are truly hundreds of people here.
It's packed.
You got to get over here.
Yeah.
There's room for you. This is going until 7:30. If you get here before 5:30, you can win a copy of the game for PS5 with us right here on Jon and Jim. All you have to do is enter the raffle.
Yeah, so you got to be here. So you got to come down to Mission Valley. And you also have to make sure you have a PS5. Because if you don't, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Come find us. Come say hi. We got the raffle right here. We have already a bunch of names in this raffle for this video game. So come on down, enter to win, and we're giving away that prize around 5:30ish or so. And also you can put down your name and play the video game here at Novo.
So let me ask you this, because you truly have contemplated. Now you're married now, which means you can't just make decisions in a vacuum, like when you lived in that garage with no air conditioning.
Yeah.
So you're married now.
Yeah.
You have contemplated buying a PS5 system and this game.
Yeah.
Because of College Football 25. Now you're in the presence of this game where we're watching it on like huge video boards in high definition.
San Diego State versus Alabama at Snapdragon Stadium.
Scoreless in the first. I love it.
Yeah.
So now that you see it on these video boards and you see how realistic it is and how spectacular it looks, Are you considering going back to Aaron and being like, I need $1,000?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah. I'm
Would you bail on the honeymoon?
Nah, no, I wouldn't bail. Oh, it's bad coverage there. Oh, it's not good.
Yeah, well, this is Alabama.
I know. But
she can just go by herself.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be a great trip.
Just go to Switzerland without me.
I can spend a week home alone playing EA Sports College Football 25. That sounds fun, but it also would be a problem because then my wife would be very, very upset with me.
This is the problem in most things or with most things in life.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's like, again, it's a hard sell in a relationship. You and I work like dogs, right?
Yeah,
I
we
mean, we're
work
always
a lot.
working.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you're like, hey, Aaron, hey, honey, the one moment I'm not working, if I could just spend 90 minutes playing this game.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? Like, we don't need to go out to dinner tonight, right? We could watch the game. Or,
But you need more than 90 minutes for this
I know,
game.
you need like
because once you play like
days.
Dynasty mode or I think they did Team Builder, Brent, right? They added some type of like
I don't know if there's a team builder yet. They might add it later.
I think they're adding it like today or this weekend.
I
I
saw
read
it
today.
yeah, that they're adding a team builder
Yeah,
to the
I know.
game.
I know there's some features that are going to come later with patches.
By the way,
and
Alabama
updates.
just took a 7-0 lead over San Diego State. Oh no, they
I
just
missed
kicked
the
it
extra
wide
point.
left. Wow.
Could come back to hurt.
6-0. 42 seconds left in the first half. Good defense by the Aztecs.
Very good. Well, on the PAT attempt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, again, to reset, Sean Lewis will join us the 5 o'clock hour. And we're at Novo Brazil Mission Valley. This is going on until 7:30 p.m. And I think they got some announcements coming up that we can't share because we don't know what they are. But they have announcements coming up.
There's
as well at some
prizes,
point in the next couple
J-Lab.
hours.
You can win some headphones. And we're giving away a game. So, get down here. It is packed, but there's still room if you want to make your way in. Food, drinks, the game.
I got a question
Us.
for you. I got a question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
So we ripped and vilified the stupid top 100 list.
Yeah.
Yet I'm still going to ask you a question.
Okay.
This is the top 100 professional athletes since 2000, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere, because it includes international soccer, swimming, whatever. If you were ranking the top 3 athletes in San Diego since 2000, forget professional. If you were ranking the top 3 athletes in San Diego since 2000, where are you going? It's a good question, isn't it?
San Diego, John.
Yeah. I mean, who's at the top of that list?
Well, you could go. I know you're probably you're thinking Kawhi and Steven Strasburg, right?
Well, I was actually thinking like Phillip Rivers.
I was thinking Phillip as well, LT.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you want to throw in Trevor, Tony kind of was on the end of his career.
Yeah, exactly. Based on the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Isn't that a good question?
It's
San Diego athletes.
You're probably going to go, Charger players, unfortunately.
I mean, I think a Padre player could crack that top 3 potentially. And
Who?
I don't
Trevor,
know, though.
Adrian.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Manny.
Like, who is? That's where I was leaning.
Toddy.
No, I don't think his injuries and suspension. Maybe
Yeah.
Manny.
Maybe Manny.
But you're right. I mean, honestly, it might be 3 NFL players.
Probably. Yeah, Phillip, LT.
Yeah. I mean, at least 2 NFL players.
Yeah. So that's a good question.
There is no San Diegan on the top 100 professional, San Diego athlete.
Yeah.
San Diego athlete. I don't know if there's San Diegan, but there's no San Diego athlete, so to speak, on this top 100 list. That doesn't surprise us, does it?
No.
I had argued for Manny.
Yeah.
I mean, top 100 athletes since 2000? That's probably a stretch.
It's a stretch.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
stretch.
stretch.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
it's a
Shohei
stretch.
in like the 60s.
Yeah, but Manny's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like Shohei Ohtani wasn't higher.
No, yeah. You're not getting there unless you go back in time and Tatis actually has doesn't have the injuries and things, maybe, but like even that's not a lot of time.
You have Kawhi. I said no San Diego, but you kind of do. You have Riverside County, you have San Diego State, you have Clippers and NBA.
Again, I think this list,
you hate this list, right?
I don't hate it. I just think
I hate the idea of it.
Yeah,
right.
I
feel like
the
McLovin and
idea.
role models.
I just think it's weird.
I hate Coke.
I just think it's weird when you have a cricket player on the same list as like an NFL player and then like a
Yeah,
tennis player.
I just doesn't make sense to me how you can do that. Like, hey,
Yesterday we were cracking up over this list.
well, you had random people that I've never heard of before ahead of like Peyton Manning. I'm like, what? Or
Right.
like, you had Dirk, and then the person above him was like a cricket player. Like, what are we doing? That doesn't make sense.
If they did this, here's a question for you. If they did this as a top 100 professional athletes ever, basically like since 1900, not 2000.
Oh, that's completely different.
I mean, your top.
You're asking me who the number one athlete of all time is?
Would it be like Tiger?
Well, Tiger's not even number one
top
here.
10, but I'm saying because he did damage in the 90s, right?
No.
Tiger did all win Masters and stuff in the 90s?
Tiger did all of his damage from
How was he eighth?
99 on.
Then how's he eighth?
That's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but it's not as good as like Roger Federer.
Well, he won his first Masters in 97.
Okay, so yeah, I'm saying he did some work in the 90s, right?
Then in the 2000s, I believe he won either 12 or 13 majors.
Of the 14,
Of the 14. Yeah. So with that there,
he only had 2 majors before 2000.
Okay.
97 and 99.
So who do you think would be the number one ever?
I don't know.
Ruth?
No. I have no clue. I have no clue. Maybe, I mean, Michael's.
Why not? This is what we do for a living.
Michael
Jordan.
Michael's got to be there.
When you
in
think
top
athlete,
5.
John thinks Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Well, just, I mean, in terms of
kind
like
of
impact,
chubby, ate hot dogs a lot. That's athlete.
That's true. Maybe Michael Jordan. Maybe Michael.
Yeah, probably go Michael.
You know, from that point of view,
Kareem,
that's where
Magic.
I kind of get where they did Phelps, because Phelps was like a machine. You remember they used to have all those
No, he
articles
was.
about how he ate
28
like
gold medals, correct?
50,000
Yeah.
calories or whatever a day, and
Yeah, 28 medals is ridiculous.
so just from an
28 gold-
athletic
yeah.
standpoint, I get it, I guess.
No, 28 medals, 23 gold.
Oh, okay.
Still pretty good.
Still 28.
pretty good.
Yeah, still very good. Yeah.
All right, on the other side, we're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. It's the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. It's going on until at least 7:30 tonight. Hopefully you can make your way down. A chance to win the game with a raffle up front. Other prizes as well. Sean Lewis joins us in the 5 o'clock hour. Hour 3 of Jon and Jim is next. All right, so if you're a veteran, listen up. Did you know that you can access up to 100% of your home's equity right now? Hey, guys, it's Schaefer. You can do it with Loan Pronto's VA Equity Advantage program. You can get 30, 50, 100 grand or more and use that money to pay off all those credit cards and personal loans, car loans, or maybe use that cash to do that home improvement project. Veterans love working with Loan Pronto because they make it easy. No junk fees, no hassle. They can unlock that cash in your home's equity in a matter of weeks. Don't keep paying insane rates on credit cards. There's a smarter alternative with Loan Pronto. Get more info and start the process now at loanpronto.com. Or if your current VA loan rate is over 6.5%, Loan Pronto can get you in a streamlined refinance with a lower rate right now with no income verification and no appraisal. Lower your monthly payment big time. Loan Pronto makes it so easy for veterans. Here's the number to call. You can do it right now, 619-207-4336. 619-207-4336. That's 619-207-4336. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Update is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Padres, they return back tomorrow for the second half of the year to start a 9-game road trip, starting off with the Cleveland Guardians. Matt Waldron will be on the mound for the Padres. NBA news of the day, Russell Westbrook was traded to the Utah Jazz, but the Jazz are going to buy him out, and he's going to end up signing with the Denver Nuggets. The British Open is underway. Daniel Brown leads the tournament at 6 under par. Starting off, Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
EA Sports. It's in the game. And so are we. 1, 2, 3. Celebrating the release of EA Sports College Football 25. We're live at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. Plus, Aztecs head coach Sean Lewis is in the building.
Do special things and create some of those memories, for the Aztecs as we continue to move forward.
Along with some of the players from this year's squad.
Red 80! Where's that?
Now, live from Novo Brazil for the return of EA Sports College Football 25, it's Jon and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? This is the final hour of Jon and Jim from Novo Brazil, Mission Valley, here for the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. This is such a cool event. Jon and Jim broadcasting until 6 p.m. This event's going on until 7:30. We've got San Diego State football players. Sean Lewis is going to be in the building. He'll join us on Jon and Jim. Your chance to win a copy on PS5 of EA Sports College Football 25. There are other giveaways going on as well over the next couple of hours. This has been a really cool couple of hours. Looking forward to the next 60 minutes as well. And again, if you're listening, this is going on until at least 7:30. So make sure to swing by and say hi.
Yeah, this place is packed. This show has flown by.
It really has.
For us, it has.
Yeah.
For us here, it has. I'm sure back studio it hasn't. But, watching the gameplay, we got Michigan versus Oregon.
That's a Big Ten game.
That is a Big Ten game. You're right
Yeah.
about that. On the other screen over there, you have San Diego State versus San Diego State. Around the corner, I think you had Georgia versus Michigan. Dude, you love college football, Jon.
I love college football.
I'm not like the college football lover like you are,
But you might become.
But I might become after this game, and if I ended up getting it. But for you,
oh, dude,
this is pretty.
I'm
surreal.
not a gamer.
I know you're not a gamer,
right.
but still.
So my three favorite sports. Like, let's do a top sports.
Okay.
My three favorite sports are in no order: Major League Baseball, college football, college basketball. In no order.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to determine an order. It probably depends on the year and what's going on. Those are the sports I love to consume.
Yeah.
All right, every waking hour: baseball, college football, college basketball. Now you watch the Warriors.
I'm more the traditional NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball.
You are,
but
and you're a golf fan.
I'm a
big golf fan.
I'm a big golf fan, and college football. Like on the weekends, it's kind of like, okay, what are you going to choose? Going to choose the NFL or college football?
Exactly. No, I get.
And I don't have like an alma mater. I went to San Diego State for like a semester, but it's like I don't have like a true alma mater.
Well, here's my theory, too.
Which would make it easier for me if I, for college football.
Here's my theory: if you're married, which you now are,
correct.
And I've been married for 10 plus years
with a kid.
I feel as if you can't commit to both days as a married man.
It's hard.
So if I got to give up a day, the way I see it is there's like 75 college football games and there's like 15 NFL games. Like, I would rather immerse myself in everything for forever, ending with like a Hawaii game,
right?
Like at midnight Pacific or whatever, as opposed to like 14 NFL games. But again, some people choose all. They're like, you know what? I'm married, but I got to watch college. I got to watch the NFL. I got to watch Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football. I just say, what? I'm going to go all in on college.
There's more with college. Like,
so much going on.
There's so much football on Saturday. And I don't think this is even really an argument. When you talk about like passion and
this is different.
And
pageantry.
And the traditions. It's just college football is better than the NFL in that sense, in my opinion. Like the NFL, it's for big time games, but a lot of times like Jaguars. Like if the Jags were playing the Cleveland Browns in Jacksonville, Like, yeah, okay. But if Oregon's playing Michigan, this is different. I don't know. It's just different in college football, and college football from that sense, I think blows the NFL out of the water as far as like a fan goes.
So you just walked around, right?
Novo,
Brazil, Mission Valley, indoor, outdoor. This building or this restaurant bar opened within the last year.
Right.
It's what, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. How many people would you say are here right now? It's hundreds of people, right?
I would say close to 200.
Okay, so a couple hundred people here.
Yeah.
But they're kind of just getting started, and people are just getting out of work. It's 5 p.m., and it's going until at least 7:30.
Yeah.
They've got posters. They have prizes. You can play the game.
Yeah, we even have right next to our booth a enter to win JLab headphones, gaming headphones. Scan the QR code, and you can enter your chance to win right there. Also, we have our raffle going for the EA Sports College Football video game. So if you want to come down and have a chance to win that and enter to win that game, the raffle is ready to go here. We're going to be announcing the winner around 5:30 or getting the winner around 5:30. And yeah, what you got?
Here's what I have. Sean Lewis is in the building. He's speaking with the media. He will meet with us. He will come on the radio momentarily.
Okay.
So he speak with the media for a few moments. There's a lot of TV crews here. There's a lot of media here for this event. Sean Lewis, Aztec's first-year head coach, who we just talked to. Was it last week? It feels like forever ago. Were we in Vegas last week or 2 weeks ago? It was last week, right? Last Thursday.
It was very,
Yeah, it was last week. So we caught up with Sean Lewis a week ago. This will be more about the video game.
For sure.
And his son, I don't know if his son Rory is here.
I hope he's here.
Probably playing the game.
We'll ask him that. We'll ask him if his son is here, but I haven't seen him. I'm sure he's probably doing something, right?
Yeah, he's with the media.
Oh, I see.
By the way, did you see The Athletic had an article on the game, and all the quotes were from Sean Lewis?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were so many quotes from Sean Lewis
no.
about being a gamer and having a son that's a gamer and having this game back and having won over recruits previously playing Madden. I feel like San Diego State's going to have their pick of the litter in recruiting. They're just going to play this game.
I know Chris Vanini, who we talked to.
Yeah, that's who I think
Las Vegas.
may have written it. I'm not sure.
I think we may have tipped him off to that.
I think we did. We wrote the article.
I think we may have tipped him off to that about the gaming stuff.
I should look that up.
And Chris Vanini's been on top of this game. If you want to learn more about the game, just find Chris Vanini. He has a whole write-up on it from all the details, everything. Whoa, that guy just did a 360 flip. Sean Lewis definitely is it in there?
Look at this. There's an article in The Athletic, and it's not by Chris Vanini, actually.
Okay.
It's by another writer about what this game means in pop culture.
Yeah.
And he said during his time as a player at Wisconsin, there were TVs that were broken and controllers that were busted.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Lewis is a player. And
have you ever – I don't think you ever have. Brent, have you ever broken a controller from gaming?
No.
That's
Never?
a really good question.
I have.
Have you really?
Yeah, I remember.
Why?
I remember exactly what game I was playing and where I was at doing it.
What was it, Star Wars 10?
No, it was NBA Street Volume 2.
I love that game.
I was on my traveling basketball team when I was 13 years old. We were in Sacramento at a hotel room
playing the game.
I got pissed off, threw the controller at the wall. It made a hole in the wall, and it shattered the controller.
Were you playing against a friend or just playing against the system?
Oh, no, I was playing against somebody.
So you still vividly remember this?
Oh, I vividly remember that,
I've never gotten to the point where I throw it, but numerous occasions I'll get to the point where I'll just sit there and just squeeze the controller to where I feel like I'm going to just snap it in my bare hands at any time. I've done that a bunch of times, but I've never thrown it.
I don't know if I would ever if I would ever be tempted to throw the controller now if I ended up playing the game.
Dude, they're like $70 a controller now.
Yeah. Again, back then it wasn't like every controller was $85. Back then the controllers were, I think, 20 something.
Yeah, they were
for
cheap.
PS3.
So Brent, truly, we were me and Jim were texting back and forth within the last 48 hours, and Jim sent me some link to a PS5 portable, but it wasn't really a portable.
It was it was a portable.
No, they don't make those anymore. It's the switchback or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
System. As in, we were going down the path of what do we need to do to buy this game?
Yeah, no, you still need the system for those things.
That's the thing.
That's
so
for
roadblocks.
Yeah, that's for if you wanted to pretty much VPN into your PlayStation. So if you wanted to play from here or something like that, that's what those are for.
So the point is, we've had to live vicariously through Novo Brazil Mission Valley,
correct,
and probably through Brent come tomorrow once he downloads the game. So we'll see. But Sean Lewis is going to join us coming up in mere moments. We're here until 6 p.m. If you get here now, still your chance to win the EA Sports College Football 25 video game. There's a raffle going on right now. And, it's been just a great event. We're excited also, of course, for the return of the Padres after the All-Star break. That'll be tomorrow in Cleveland. Kevin Acey is our Padres insider. He will join us tomorrow in the 3 o'clock hour because the Padres will be in Cleveland beginning at 4:10 tomorrow. Matt Waldron on the mound. All eyes now on the trade deadline.
Yep.
Yes, the results. The results matter just as much, but also as much as the results is what's going to happen between now and July 30th, which is less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah, the road trip, I know it's what's coming up here, and it's the games in front of them, right? But this is the most important road trip of their season, it feels like, to this point. I'm sure there will be other important road trips down the line if they're in it, obviously. But up until the trade deadline, you're a game over. You need to play some good baseball because you ended the first half really bad, and you can't stumble out of the break here. You just can't, because if you do, maybe AJ Preller doesn't make a big time move. Even though saying that out of my mouth, I'm like, wait, are you serious?
It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, AJ Preller always makes big time moves, or at least tries to make big time moves. It would just give this organization clarity and to have a good road trip, even if it's truthfully, John, even if it's a 4-5 road trip, you still come back home. You're 500, which it's not the end of the world. And you take on the Dodgers, where you have played well against the Dodgers all year long.
It's only a 2-game series.
Yeah. And so you get to August 1st, and hopefully you make a move that helps the team. Someone ran into our
is that what happened?
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Should I unplug
Just
this?
unplug it. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let me ask you this. We always do the on the wrap questions.
Yeah.
Would you sign up for 4 and 5 in terms of all right, Sean Lewis is making his way over. Did I plug this in?
Yeah, go to the settings.
Fix me out here.
Just go to settings and add you, dude. There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I just have to activate. You do this for me.
What's going on? Oh, my
It's just
goodness.
turn on the camera.
What?
Right here. Start cam. Why am I telling you what to do?
I don't know. There we go.
Oh my gosh!
It's probably better you don't have a PlayStation, John.
Dude, you're not.
He
kidding.
wouldn't. It would be a disaster if John had a PlayStation. You're absolutely right about that.
All right, I think the new
Here we
deal
go.
is
Here we go.
we catch up with Sean Lewis
All
every
right.
single week now. We saw him in Las Vegas
Man.
Thursday. He's back with us here on Jon and Jim from Novo Brazil College Football 25 launch event. Coach, it's always our pleasure. How cool is this?
This is pretty sweet.
It's
This is
pretty
really cool.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some great energy in here, great buzz. Obviously, this is kind of my first in-depth look at the game, and it looks unbelievable. So this is a pretty cool deal, man.
Did you bring your kid?
I didn't bring my little man. No.
He's probably like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm playing at home.
I was saying, he wants to. He would want to monopolize the game, and I don't think that'd be fair to everyone. Right?
He'd be beating everybody and like, all right, who's next? Type of thing. Yeah, exactly.
What's this like for you and your program to get a chance to have your players out in the community, take part in something like this? Obviously, the focus turns very quickly to football with fall camp, but this is a pretty unique opportunity.
Yeah, it's just so cool, right? I mean, I remember, back in the day, right, when the game was released, it was always one of those moments where, just like you said, you knew, okay, right around the corner, it's coming, it's here. And to be able to share the launch of the game with the community, obviously the buzz around our program right now with the hard work that our kids are doing and the support of our fan base, and to do it at such a beautiful venue here that is true, that's such a tremendous supporter of the university and of the athletics program, right? Novo's been unbelievable, but this is really cool to engage and, take some photos and see the excitement of the fans. That kind of re-energizes you a little bit, right? And gives you some juice as you go forward with it.
Is this excited you've seen some of your players to play this game? I mean, I feel like we talked to Keenan Kristen, we talked to Makai Shaw, and they're jacked about them being in the game.
Heck yeah.
I mean, just for your kid, for your team, it's just something that gives them an extra boost, right?
Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, you can kind of see in each of their eye a little bit, right? The dream that once was for them as a little kid to be a big time college football player, right? They're living their dreams right now, and for them to turn this game on and for them to see themselves, their name's already in it, not having to go in and edit their roster, put their name in, do the sliders and adjust their attributes, right, to get some respect on their name, whatever you want to call it, right? It's really cool to see that buzz, that excitement with them, and the joy, of them just being big little kids playing other little kids. Like, it's just such a cool deal. As we see Ross and this young lady, like that's so cool.
Sean Lewis with us right now, San Diego State's head coach. So Makai said he started getting texts from people, hey, you're like the main
He's our cover boy.
Cover athlete for San Diego State. And then we asked Keenan about his speed. We started seeing on social media, hey, Keenan Kristen's like one of the fastest players in America. 98 speed. I think Jay-Sean Polk is 97 speed. Did they get those speeds right?
I think they're pretty accurate. Those guys can run, right? So they got some ability in the game, which is cool to see.
It's so funny. We've been watching, by the way, on the video board. And every time you watch a play, Keenan's running away from someone.
Like,
It's just like
so
he's 20
fast.
yards away from anyone else.
Yeah.
So
By the way, congratulations. You guys beat Ohio State at home.
Love that.
So that's
and the Alabama win, I feel like
figure out who that play caller was on both sides of the ball, right?
Yeah, the Alabama win was really
Good
helpful.
win.
Yeah,
Awesome.
good win. Good win. When you think of events like this, right? Like, this is what Aztec Link is all about, right?
For sure. Yeah.
This is the type of thing that you want to have grow into kind of like maybe a yearly thing, or something along the lines where when you guys go out in the public, you can expect an event kind of like this, right?
Yeah, I mean, the turnout here is unbelievable, and everyone who had their hand in putting this together has done a tremendous job with it, right? But Brendan Hill has really taken the bull by the horns here and ran with this. But yeah, like to get our kids in the community, for our players to be able to interact with one another, interact with the community, and for everyone to get to know what tremendous young men these guys are, right? By doing an event like this and taking them away, from the gridiron, right? And just, I think everyone being able to see them as the people that we see them as, right? The tremendous young men that they are, and to engage. Yeah, I think it's great for the community. It's great for our guys, and it's, really what you're looking forward to as we establish some new traditions here on the Mesa.
So do you have like a gaming rule? Like, hey guys, when we get in the camp here and we get ready for the season, I talked to Keenan Kristen. He's like, yeah, man, we got a lot of gamers on this team. Like, I was playing the game before I got here, right? Makai Shaw is like, well, I kind of game a little bit. I think in the SEC, or didn't someone said
you better play now.
Really?
Because once we get into camp, we're not playing.
So does Sean Lewis have like a gaming cap on the team?
No, I mean, one thing that you guys will learn about me and the kids have learned about me, right? Like, I'm more about education than I am restriction with all of it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, hey, like, understand how valuable your sleep is, right?
Yeah,
Understand how valuable, how you're investing and spending your time, and make sure you're allocating that appropriately, right? Like, again, at the end of the day, though, like, there's got to be some balance to it all, right? And if, hey, gaming and, jumping on the sticks and staying connected with your friends and family back home, or talking smack to one of your teammates and being on the sticks is something that gives you, again, a little bit of balance, a little bit of life. Shoot, man, do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Awesome.
Sean Lewis with us right now, Aztecs head coach. We're at Novo, Brazil.
Pick six going
pick six. It's Oklahoma.
All right. Which, by the way, could be realistic because Oklahoma is on future schedules for San Diego State. Have you seen this playbook? And is it at all accurate for San Diego State's playbook?
I've seen a little bit of it. So I downloaded the game Monday, thinking that, hey, I'm going to get some early reps in. I've played one game and buzzed through it.
Yeah.
And so, you know what, like, there's some good things in it, and I've been impressed, again, just flipping through it real briefly, just how in-depth the EA Sports team did in, the layers of the playbook, doing some new things with it all, and, it's been really cool to see.
There was an article in The Athletic where you were heavily quoted about the game, saying that maybe during your time in Wisconsin, there were some controllers broken.
That's a fact.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
I can sympathize with that.
Yeah, there was definitely when, our peak gaming days with the guys that I lived with 4 other players on the team, and we had a traveling champion belt, if you will, right? And you'd get into some heated battles as you went through it all. And, sometimes the gameplay wasn't always fair, right? And there's some suspicious things that happened that led to maybe some, frustrations that came out.
What was the game?
Good.
Was it EA? Was it college football?
Yeah, it was college football, and it was Madden. Those were
Madden.
the two. And, like, one of the original Call of Duties as well. Like, those were that was the rotation in our spot.
And by the way, we have breaking news. AJ Duffy's the starting quarterback for the Aztec
football 25.
25. I mean, so there you go. I'm just kidding.
We started the show by talking about that. We're like, AJ Duffy's
AJ Duffy's
starting. The other guys just have to be like, hey, like, who's going to be starting quarterback? I'm like, who does EA Sports have?
There you go.
That's where we're going to fall.
I saw Crum over there playing. I saw him put him as the starter.
There you go.
And then Keenan Kristen said he whooped his ass.
I know Vance was bragging the other day because I think his speed in the game was something like 84 as well. So maybe I'll throw him in and we'll just like run the triple option just to throw people completely off.
Perfect. So we can see the triple option this year. Awesome.
Go.
They're perfect. I love that.
So you've had this crazy week where we saw you surfing, right, in PB. Now you got this cool event.
Yep.
Now you're, again, I mean, a lot of people in San Diego aren't from San Diego. I'd be included in there. Jim's from Northern California. What was the experience like for you getting out? I mean, at your size, it cannot be easy to surf even with experience. What was it?
It's like Kelly Slater out there.
What was it? Yeah.
Wasn't even close to that, right?
What was it like?
It was, I tell you what, it was a very unique feeling that you don't feel as a 38-year-old very often anymore in terms of like doing something brand new for the very first time in your life. Like I had never been up on a board, right? Like majority of my life, I mean, these 2 feet have been on land. And so like really kind of overcome some fears of like, all right, what's out here with us? And as we're, shuffling out, like I'm learning all about the Stingray shuffle. And I'm like, hang on now.
like, oh, I just got to stand on the board first.
Exactly. But again, like it was cool to, again, take coaching and overcome some mistakes and trying to learn on the fly. And, again, those competitive juices get flowing like, no, we're going to get up on this thing. And we logged about 90 minutes of work for 20 seconds up on the board, but I'm darn proud of those 20 seconds of standing up.
Will you try it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right? Like, I mean, it's one of those things, again, like, hey, Daddy, you go do it first. And then both the kids, when I came back, and they got a kick out of laughing and seeing me wipe out of the video and everything. Like, I think they're interested in it now. And, so yeah, we'll get out there and do it.
And were you sore? Because my wife, who probably first tried it around 38, is a good athlete. I remember saying afterwards, like her neck and upper body.
Yeah, like upper
sore.
traps behind your shoulders because like you're kind of like up and postured, like again, just using muscles that you don't typically use with all of it, right? Yeah, so there's a little bit of soreness to it all. Absolutely.
You're now a true San Diegan. There we go. You're a surfer.
We'll wipe out a few times. I mean, swallow a whole bunch of seawater, and away we go.
Yeah.
Sean, it's our pleasure. It's great to see
thank you.
We're looking forward to fall camp and this event here at Novo Brazil Brewing.
Get on the sticks and beat some people down. Yeah,
for sure. Guys, thank you. Great to see you all as always. Go Aztecs for sure.
All right, Sean Lewis, San Diego State head coach, will continue from Novo Brazil Brewing after this on Jon and Jim. But it's such a neat place. It's good for life.
This update is brought to you by AutoZone. Padres start the second half tomorrow in Cleveland versus the Guardians. Matt Waldron will start for the Padres. NBA news of the day, Russell Westbrook got traded to the Jazz. Jazz are going to buy him out. He's going to sign with the Denver Nuggets. The British Open underway. Daniel Brown leads the tournament right now at 6 under par. Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Celebrating the release of EA Sports College Football 25.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Alabama!
Live from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley. We continue the party with Jon and Jim.
All right, back with you, Novo Brazil Brewing, Mission Valley. The party just getting started. The release of EA Sports College Football 25, actually not yet available to the public. There's the deluxe version available now, available to the public starting tomorrow. If you want to see it for a first time, get here. This event's going until at least 7:30 tonight. You got plenty of time. You got multiple hours to get down here, centrally located in Mission Valley. If you haven't been to this spot, you're going to love it. This is Jim's first time here. The TVs, the food. You've had a bacon cheeseburger. You've had kombucha. You've watched the college football video game. You've done a little bit of everything today, Jim.
A little bit of everything. Got Sean Lewis over here signing some autographs.
Yeah.
Got some players outside taking some pictures. I just think that this whole event has so far, and we've been over here doing our broadcast.
Yeah.
But so far, it has been a home run with exactly what Aztec Link is all about and exactly what this football program wants to do.
No doubt.
You know, this is not a small event. Like this is a pretty big. This is shut down the entire restaurant.
Yep.
And Novo Brazil here in Mission Valley is a pretty big restaurant with a huge outdoor area, TVs everywhere. I mean, look at the bar. You can see the game being played at the bar.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. When you're sitting down there, I know there's outside. You can play the game around the corner. You can play the game right here. You can play the game, and you got prizes. You got headphones here. We are giving away a game here in a little bit. So, yeah, it's not too late. I know probably people are getting out of work right now. it's not too late to come down to Novo in Mission Valley. Doors are open. This thing is open to everybody. And come on in. You can sign up, play the game. We got 2 little kids over here playing the game right now.
Pretty cool.
Who are they? They are.
Well, Fresno State's on the video board.
Fresno State.
Is it Fresno State, San Diego State?
Might be Fresno State versus San Diego
This
State.
game is in Fresno, though.
Yeah, we have a Hawaii versus San Diego State over there in the corner. Dude, again,
yeah, it's been really cool.
This whole event has been an absolute home run. I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad that this is happening.
By the way, if you missed anything, check us out. If you're listening to us on podcast, please leave a review. But if you missed our conversation with Sean Lewis or Brendan Hill, who oversees NIL at San Diego State, or Keenan Kristen, who starred here locally at Madison High School, or Makai Shaw, who played at Scripps Ranch, is entering his 5th year on the Mesa. If you missed anything, check it out. SportsSD.com, iHeartRadio app, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Spotify. We're here until 6 p.m. And like Jim said, the event is going until 7:30. We'll have Jim's back page coming up as well. It's crazy because, the middle of July means like it's coming. I mean, college football starts for San Diego State August 31st. There's actually a week 0, the week of August 24th. We're like a month out. You can hear, of course, all San Diego State games right here on San Diego Sports 760. Brand new era. Sean Lewis, who, he's really represented this program extremely well since being hired in December. Every time we talk to him, you're always talking about Sean. And it's exciting because here's the thing that's most exciting about it. You just don't know. We haven't seen his offense right here on the Mesa. People have doubted San Diego State. You look at the preseason polling. They were picked 8th in the Mountain West Conference.
Yeah.
And Keenan Kristen talked about that. They can prove some people wrong beginning in 2024. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of sports. We don't know what's going to happen, but they got a chance to prove some people wrong here in 2024.
It's also a new time in the program. By the way, Keenan Kristen, who is that? Actually?
I don't think that might be Cam Davis.
Oh, Cam Davis, yeah. What's he doing stopping at the 1? Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of chips on shoulders types of thing.
Right.
And I think that, it could help the team as far as like a motivation, but it still will be difficult for just this season in general because of how much newness is here. The schedule is difficult. But I think Keenan Kristen said it perfectly. Like, dude, we got nothing to lose. Like, literally, we were 4-8 last year. All right, that's bad year for our standards here at San Diego State. So going out there, you're not coming off a 12-0 season trying to defend the Mountain West title. You're going out there with, nothing to prove as far as like, oh, you got to maintain your status at the top of the Mountain West. Like, going out there and trying to prove as many people wrong.
Like, to your point on 4-8 and where this program has been, like, listen to this. Before 4-8, in full seasons, 7-6, going back, 7-6, 12-2, 7-3, 11-3, 7-6, 8-5, 9-4, 8-5, 9-4.
Yeah.
They've won a ton of games. They've won a ton of games here on the Mesa. Now, they took a step back in 2023. There's no question about it. But they've won a ton of games. And they've brought in a ton of new faces under Sean. So, for anyone to say that they know what's going to happen, it's impossible. No one knows how it's going to play out. We've talked about the schedule. We've talked about some of the new faces, but we don't know how it's going to play out. That's the thing with sports. Like, you can have a team that goes 4-8, the next year goes 8-4. You can have a team that goes 10-2, the next year they go 2-10. So I think Aztec fans are excited, and we'll see what happens. Not just the opener against Texas A&M Commerce, but with that schedule, I think is daunting, but gives them opportunities.
Are we going to play against each other here?
That's a possibility. Yeah, I think there's a list, though. I think you have to sign up. You should sign up. I do need to sign up.
Now, are you doing something after with Sean Lewis?
I think there is. Because you're Q&A with Coach Lewis. So, yeah, I'm going to hang out for a little bit. What are you doing?
I'll hang out for a little bit. I told Aaron to come up now that she's working. She's like, no fair. You're going to go have fun at NOVO? Because she loves NOVO, by the way. We go to IB.
You went to Blake? Yeah, I've been there with you. You idiot.
That's right.
It's fun.
I had to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's pretty jealous, but I want to play. I definitely want to play. I want to play against you. So
yeah, it'd be awesome.
So we can have something
Get
to talk
some video
about.
of that. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, we do need to have someone video that for us.
How about I can ask him over there. I think he's doing the whole sign-up sheet. So.
Ask him.
I don't know who he is.
Do you want to go do that right now while we're on the air?
Yeah, I can do that on the air. Hey, we sign up.
Go sign up.
Can we play?
Go sign up.
Right, no, we're fine.
We got to wait?
We're on the
Okay.
air. It's fine.
We'll sign up, though.
We'll
There might be like 50 people waiting. We're going to be here until midnight.
That's true, yeah.
Jim,
All right,
doesn't,
so
want,
make your
Jim
way.
doesn't want you to beat him on air.
Probably true.
It's also probably not good
It's
radio.
not great radio. Oh
When
my
you're like,
gosh,
hey, let's play
the
video
50-40.
games and listen to us play video games. Yeah.
All right, make your way to Novo Brazil Mission Valley for the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event going until at least 7:30 tonight. Raffles, prizes, giveaways, and more. Chances to meet Sean Lewis and San Diego State football student athletes. We do have Jim's back page still coming up, so we will get to that. By the way, tomorrow, of course, we turn our attention back to the second half for the San Diego Padres. Kevin Acey reporting today good news on Fernando Tatis Jr., whatever that means. There is not a timetable.
Again, I will believe it when I see it type of thing with Tatis.
When you see him on the field.
When I see him on the field, that's when I will be like, okay, cool. Everything's great. I just if the reports are true, then that's a good sign. But still, I don't think he's going to return on this road trip. I don't think he's going to return before August. And so that would lead me to believe that at the earliest would be like the first week or second week of August. That's still like 15 to 20 games right there.
I mean, I just think back to, was it 2021? All we did was wait.
And
on
then
Tatis,
we all,
and then the shoe dropped.
Yeah. And I remember we were on the air.
Yes.
And it was
Remember how
like,
many calls we took that day?
Oh my God, a million. Yeah.
We
it
took
was,
a million calls that day. So with Tatis, you
Yeah.
can't, until you see it with your two eyes, you're right. You can't trust it. And if someone told me you threw out the date August 10th, if they told me he's healthy August 10th, I'm taking it.
I would
take
too.
it right now.
I would too. Yeah, I definitely would too. But let's wait and see. And in the meantime, this team is going to have to be better offensively. And by better offensively, I mean way better offensively. The last 7 games of the homestand to finish off the first half was really bad baseball. And I hope that they do exactly what they've done all year long is right after they play bad baseball, they play good baseball. And could you imagine if they had a 6-3 road trip here? It would be amazing.
I mean, even, to be honest, Jim, if they went 5-4, that means I'm trying to think, is that 2 series wins though? Like,
Yeah.
So you go 2-1, 2-1, that's 4-2. You lose the series, you're 5-4. I mean, you
Yeah.
win 2 of the next 3 series on the road.
Yeah,
and they've done it. They've
Right.
had
Yeah.
moments in there. They, like you said earlier this week, I think they were 19-10 at one point on the road with wins at
Yeah.
Dodger Stadium, and like they had good wins earlier in the year. And then the wheels fell off on the road. They've still been a good road team by Major League Baseball standards. Can they be a good road team on this road trip? That's massive. You go 5-4 or better, I feel really confident on this team, but that's a big ask.
Right. It is.
So we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, Jim's back page coming up on the other side. Get to Novo Brazil Mission Valley, where the EA Sports College Football 25 launch event is going on until at least 7:30 here tonight. A chance to meet Sean Lewis. San Diego State football players win prizes as well. We're with you until 6 p.m. Jim's back page is coming up next on Jon and Jim. All right, Jim's back page from Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley for this EA Sports launch event is coming up next.
After over a decade, it's back. The return of EA Sports College Football 25.
Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
And we're at Novo Brazil Brewing in Mission Valley with Aztecs head coach Sean Lewis and the squad. Now back to Jon and Jim.
All right, final time on Jon and Jim, but make your way to Novo Brazil in Mission Valley. Great event today, the EA Sports launch for EA Sports College Football 25 with San Diego State football and Aztec Link and Novo Brazil Brewing going on until 7:30 here tonight. Your chance to win prizes, play the brand new video game, meet Sean Lewis,
Breaking
meet
news.
football players. What do you have?
We're going to be playing each other
yes.
momentarily.
I'd forgotten.
I have put us on the list, me versus John. John has already picked San Diego State as his football team.
Well, you're not going to be. Don't cheat.
I can't be San Diego State, correct?
You should be a group of five
could
team,
be.
because I had heard in the review that like the Power 5 programs have a leg up over the group of 5 programs in this game. So, like, if you're Georgia,
but
you're cheating.
Why can't I be
We
San
should
Diego
make
State as
Jim
well?
be Tulane or one of those schools that he could never tell us where they are.
I mean, like Boise or something.
I don't want to be Boise.
All right, you could be San Diego State too.
Yeah, I've seen
Make him
San
play
Diego
Smurf
State take on
turf.
San Diego State. What?
Make
Playing
him
the
play on the
Smurf
Smurf turf.
We could be SDSU versus SDSU.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Because I mean, I could pick like Georgia or Michigan or Alabama, but then again, it's not a fair. I mean, is it?
I mean, no, it's fair. I'll beat you either way. I just want it to be more realistic when I beat you.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. By the way, if you beat me, I will.
You're gonna lose your
I'll be
mind.
very mad, and you'll be like,
"What do I do with the buttons?"
Exactly.
All right,
Just
here
run a
until
lot,
6
John.
p.m.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
press
running
A a lot.
I don't know, dude. Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
All right, let's get to this.
All right, so ballpark food, John.
Yeah.
Here is a new ballpark food in Kansas City that the Royals unveiled today.
Okay.
Again, I don't have the price tag on it. I don't know how much this costs, but I'm going to guess it costs a lot. It is called the Taste of the K Taco. It's
Okay.
a hot dog wrapped in a cheeseburger quesadilla, topped with barbecue brisket, fries, lettuce, pickles, onions, sriracha, Cracker Jacks,
and barbecue sauce
for $39.95.
$25.
Probably more than that.
Do they have a price?
$25.
Price. Okay,
I just Googled it. $25.
All right. It's a lot,
dude.
But it looks good.
Would I know Brent wouldn't eat that. If you took the onions off, Brent, and the lettuce, would you touch that?
Yeah, probably. Now, when they say
I mean,
taste
it
of the
sounds
K,
good.
is that supposed to be like Kansas City or like Circle K?
Must be Kansas City.
It's all like stuff that you could just get at Circle K at like 11:30.
I mean, it sounds good if I ate meat. It looks good. It looks
Yeah.
appealing.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, that's something that I'd maybe have like a bite of. I don't think.
Oh,
I'd eat the whole
definitely a
thing.
bite, yeah.
Okay, moving on. Costco, John, is releasing a quote doomsday bucket of food that will feed you for 11 years.
If something happens?
Correct.
What if you need to be
That sounds like a
somewhere
dare.
for 12 years?
What?
I said that sounds like a dare. There's no way there's 11 years worth of food in there. Try
that's
me.
a lot of food.
So a single pallet of Costco's ReadyWise Doomsday Bucket is for a reasonable price of $2,500.
That's amazing.
Comes with a variety of dishes that will sustain a single man locked in a bunker for up to 11 years.
Come on.
Here is what is on this Doomsday Bucket. 432 servings of pasta Alfredo, 432 servings of cheesy macaroni, 216 servings of teriyaki rice, 216 servings of creamy pasta and veggies. We have pot pie, tomato basil soup, chicken noodle soup, brown sugar and maple multigrain, apple cinnamon cereal, crunchy granola, white rice, vanilla pudding, whey milk, and an orange
This
drink.
is ridiculous.
Dude, that's more variety in food than I eat, and I'm not even locked in a bunker.
Does it really last for?
It says right here, for
Yeah.
a single man, $2,500.
Dude, $2,500 for 10 years of food is $250 a year.
Well, to be fair, John, if the apocalypse does happen, it's not like you can get your money back if they're wrong.
True. But I'm saying that's a deal, isn't it?
It's a deal.
$200 to live?
I think it's a deal.
That is a deal.
I think it's kind of a deal. And finally, John, Comic-Con's this weekend here in San Diego.
Okay.
We didn't go to it last year because you said that, you were
You
doing
did go
something.
last year with
No.
Brent.
You didn't go to this with us last year. You
Correct.
kept talking about it. The pop-up Sonic the Hedgehog Speed Cafe is returning to the East Village.
That's next
The
week.
pop-up
Jim.
whenever. The pop-up restaurant centered around everyone's favorite Blue Hedgehog is set to make a return to downtown San Diego at Comic-Con. It's a temporary pop-up restaurant. And so if you want to go to that, it'll be back here. If you didn't go last year, you can go.
Go run up there because they're doing the raffle.
What?
Seriously, go run up there and give them an app because they're doing the raffle right now.
Oh, really?
They're giving away prizes,
Okay.
aren't they?
Well, I can't hear anything, John, because we have our headsets on.
I go one ear. Listen.
I don't hear
Well,
anything.
not right now. They were just giving things away. We
Okay.
can give away our video because I don't know. Here, run up there.
Okay, bye.
Don't you think? Yeah, go up there and pick someone. They're going to give it out. All right, so this has been a really fun, unique afternoon. We are at Novo Brazil Brewing, Jon and Jim, and this is going on until at least 7:30 tonight. If you've never been here, get here, Mission Valley. Say hello, swing by, play the EA Sports College Football 25 video game, meet Sean Lewis, meet football players. So this is going on for the next 2 hours, I'd say, 90 minutes to 2 hours. And then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow as well right here on Jon and Jim. We'll get you ready for the weekend, including Padres Guardians, that 9-game road trip, that critical 9-game road trip beginning tomorrow afternoon in Cleveland. And we'll start the show by talking with our Padres insider, Kevin Acey, who reported today Fernando Tatis Jr. is on the road to recovery, and hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later. That is the story heading into the second half for the Padres. We don't know about Yu Darvish. We don't know about Joe Musgrove. We don't truly know the timeline for Fernando Tatis Jr. We'll learn more from Kevin tomorrow from Cleveland, Ohio, where the Padres begin this critical trip as they get ready for the trade deadline as well. But from a San Diego State football perspective, it's hard to believe we're just weeks away from San Diego State football under Sean Lewis. August 31st is the opener against Texas A&M Commerce at Snapdragon Stadium, a game you can hear right here on San Diego Sports 760. And today is all about celebrating this football program, the release of this EA Sports College Football 25 video game for the first time in 11 years. They didn't have this thing because of name, image, and likeness. For over a decade, it is finally back, and fans are previewing the game here today. It's officially launched
So
officially launched tomorrow.
So when
What's up,
you
Brett?
guys play each other, what's the
Yeah.
over-under on combined turnovers?
Well, I think we're only going to play for a handful of minutes because we don't want to take up like space for someone else that wants to play. So I think we'll probably play like, a quick couple of minute quarter. There'll be a few turnovers, I'm sure. Yeah, there'll be a turnover. Yeah, I'd say over-unders of 1.5, to be honest.
I'll take the over.
We have a winner? All right. Well, we're still on the air. All right. We're back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Kevin Acey's on the show. Get to Novo Brazil Brewing. Thank you to San Diego State Football, Aztec Link, Novo Brazil. For Brent and Jim, I'm John. Get to Novo Brazil here tonight for this EA Sports College Football 25 launch event. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. right here on San Diego Sports 760.
Peace out. Bye.